Fam, sorry about Sunday. I got a little confusion there with some other things that got in the way that I couldn't escape from. Monday night. You remember, for those of us who've been together for a long time, remember Monday Night Raw was invented by TNT for people to vent on Monday nights after Sunday games. We were having a terrible time on every Sunday, but we really probably could have got rid of it. I got to rename this because from 2019, we've only had one season that you really needed to vent on Monday night, right? Because mostly we've been winning every season, pretty much is every week, pretty much a good record. We're winning all the time. So there's no point getting carried away about one loss, you know? Here's the thing though. And there's one thing that does bother me about this season is the fact that we don't get to play the Lakers. We play them week 2. We don't need the Lakers in week 2. What? Lakers. As you can tell, I was watching the Laker game. Bye, Lakers. That was terrible. Got swept. We don't play the Rams until week 2. We play the Rams week 2, right? And I said, one of the reasons why you need the Rams on the schedule, and they've been doing this for the 49ers for years. Years. This goes all the way back to 2018. We get well. The Lakers, I can't get it out of my mind. I'm watching that game in horror because I can't believe they got swept. Anyway, the Rams, they provide a tonic. If we start the season out, lose 1, 2, we'll win 2 out of 5 or something like that. Anyway, we've had some records, right, that weren't good going into the early part of the season. 49ers have started off slow recently, last couple of seasons. So there were the Rams. Wait, all you think is, we'll play the Rams, we'll get right, and we'll be able to go from there. So here come the Rams week 2. That ruins everything. They're going to kill them in week 2. That's not a problem. I want the Rams to be there available to be that booster. Week 7. Yeah, ideally, you want to play the Rams in week 6, 7, or somewhere between 10 and 12. So if you need a rush of adrenaline for the 49ers, because Debo and everybody, they love playing the Rams, you play them then. Now cruise on into the playoffs. So this year's got to be a little different. Shucks. I know. Warrior gets that. I know. I was watching the game, and I was, okay. Anyway, it's locked in the head now. I got it about Rams. Not Lakers. No, Rams. Okay. Anyway, subject matter for tonight, potential rookie starts. Fam, I thought we'd talk about this because the fact of the matter is, it's time for those guys to come in and shine and win a job. Are they good enough to cut it? Will the best teams in the NFL? Potential rookie starters? Do you see any? Before you do your 53, this is a good thing we should do now. Before we get to start doing our 53, we might as well see what we're going to be thinking about before going into OTAs, right? The 2023 Niners are a tough place for a rookie to come in expected to start anyway, but should we expect some surprises? Tonight, go onto the phones after examining position groups and the recently added competition to make predictions from what we know before projecting the 49ers 93-man roster in the final cuts coming up later on in this season, or this preseason. Fab, you want to get in here and get some of that? Talk to us. There's all the info at the base of the screen. All right, here it is. PIN number. You got to have the phone number, and remember, you got to have the PIN number. Get on in here, and Rudy, man, you don't need to call for the pit of misery, man. Just stay down there and be quiet, okay? But meanwhile, fam, the Niners have a star-powered roster on both sides of the ball, but there are still a few positions that they could have new names competing for time on the field this year. Not many. That roster's tough. With much of the roster set, barring injuries, the chances of new players or rookies making the final 53-man roster, that's going to be a huge challenge this year. But there are going to be exciting position battles to keep an eye out for as the team works through OTAs. Mandatory minicamp and training camp as well. Today, we're going to take a look at the positions where there could potentially be some changes. There could be some competition offered. There could be some stress and pressure put on a starter that for some reason thought they didn't have to bust butt to win that job. Third wide receiver, Niners have a lot of good-looking prospects lined up, fam. The untouchables, Debo, B.A., and Jawan Jennings, who have earned the right to be on the field when Coach Shanahan play calls for 3 wide receivers. What you ought to do is start expanding that to 4 and 5, 4 receiver sets every now and then. It's too early to argue that point until we see who has come to challenge on what they came to offer, because you still wonder what, the speedster, man, I tell you. What's his role going to be this year? Anyway, Jay Jennings was on the field for 489 offensive snaps in 2022, or 47% of the time. He's going to be tough to unseat if you're looking at improving at the wide receiver 3 spot. Jennings is not going to be just that easy to slap out the way, from what we know right now. Ray McLeod and Danny Gray. Again, Danny Gray, what you going to do this year, man? I don't know what your role is going to be, but you got to come on. You got to come on, man. I've been praying for somebody like you at 4-3 for years. Come on. But they'll round out the group along with rookie Ronnie Bell, who shows a lot of potential. All 3 will be battling for time on the field as the offseason unfolds. Who will get the lion's share of the snaps after the top 3 get their reps on the field remains to be seen. We will see. Right tackle. Yes. Mike McGlinchey has vacated the position and has signed with the Broncos, which means there will be a new face at right tackle for the Niners for the first time in 5 seasons. Stop applauding. Fam, you know what? I've been listening to some other arguments around the Empire. We need to wait before we get all excited about Mike McGlinchey leaving. Seriously. Because whatever's coming next ain't me. I mean, at this hour, though, Colton McKivitz, who has been with the team since 2020, is the front runner of who will step in. There are a few other offensive linemen who will compete for the spot during the offseason, but Mrs. McKivitz's baby boy appears to be a step ahead of both Jalen Moore and free agent acquisition Matt Pryor in the film. I just hope we get Joey Fisher. Joe, you got to get in shape, man. I don't know. What I heard about you in practice kind of disturbs me. Big, powerful dude like you getting winded before the workout is over. But I understand that because I know about you guys who like to lift tonnage and never do any cardio. You got a quick burst, but after that, it's not going to last. So go ahead, Joey, get it ready, man. Nickelback, during free agency, the versatile Jimmy Ward signed with the Texans, leaving a void at that spot. Niners have a few candidates that are up for the job. As you know, remember how we were yelling and screaming about Sam Womack last year? Did you forget about Sam Womack? Yes, Sammy's still out there working. He's looking for a spot. I really enjoyed him last year. I like his tenacity, his viciousness. He doesn't give a damn about his size. He'll get in the face of any receiver on the field with thunder. I like that attitude. He'll be involved in working for that position. The Niners signed Isaiah Oliver on the strength of a recommendation from our new DC, Steve Wilkes, and he will be competing with both Womack and fifth-round pick Darrell Luter, who is known for his physicality. And again, this is one of Wilkes' guys. Wilkes said about Isaiah this. He picked up Oliver. I don't know if he had anything to do with Luter. He probably had something to do with all the DBs, though. But anyway, he likes Oliver. He's quoted as saying, Oliver is someone that I had the opportunity to go against being in that division. I mean, the Panthers, Oliver's with the Falcons. We wanted to make sure that we sort of got the best nickel in free agency, and that's what we went out and did. So I'm excited about Oliver. He's long, he's physical, can tackle, can cover. He's going to be a good blitzer for us. Everything that we do within this defense, unquote. It's going to be interesting to see a large safety like that in our system, ain't it? J-Dub was as tough as they get, but he wasn't a big guy. Oliver is. I don't know if J-Dub could still be the better one, but we got something in Oliver. We're going to check that out. Weak side linebacker, the rock solid Azeez Al-Shar signed. Whoa, with the Titans. I mean, a huge contract, leaving an opening for the third linebacker spot on defense. That's that weak side linebacker. Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw are locked in as a starting every down pair. When a defensive calls for 3 linebackers, there will be a competition for that third spot, though. There's going to be. Oren Burks has been working out. He's been doing a good job for us. You've seen him last year. Also, Demetrius Flanagan-Foles, a standby guy. Demetrius Flanagan-Foles fooled me last year. He did some plays. I remember them. That's why I know that he finally has emerged and is really becoming a contributor to the 49ers. So, and he's one of the best special teams guys we got. So they've been with the team. Both have experience in the defensive scheme. So they're going to be hard to move. The Niners also used their 6th-round pick to draft TCU linebacker D. Winters, who will compete for that role as well. D was already a huge Fred Warner and saying after the draft, quote, I think Fred Warner is probably one of the top linebackers in the league. And that's definitely somebody I look up to. You'd be right. You'd be right, my man. He goes on to say, I'm definitely excited to get to work with him and kind of follow in his footsteps. Do the best you can. You get close, you do us all a favor. He goes on to say, I've been a little familiar with the scheme. I met with San Francisco quite a bit throughout this process, unquote. If you know what? If he gets in there and looks anything like Fred, I'm going to be excited. Defensive end, the Niners added Javon Hargrave to play alongside Nick Bosa, but who plays on the opposite end of the line is uncertain. Samson Ebukam, Charles Omenihu, and Jordan Willis all signed with other teams during free agency. So that spot is kind of open. Coach Wilkes will be looking for Drake Jackson to make a huge step in this second season. Come on, Drake. Come on, Drake. Come on, Drake. After spending the offseason at the team facility working out and adding weight to his frame, the other candidates include free agent signee Cleveland Farrell from Raiderville. Also, Cleveland appeared in 58 games, 30 as a starter for the Raiders. Kerry Hyder will be in the competition. Kerry had 14 starts with the Niners in 2020 and 1 in 16 appearances during the 2022 season. Kerry's probably going to be the underdog here. Let's see what he looks like if he comes in and he can impress. But he's the older guy of the group, and you know, I can't imagine the 49ers cutting anybody they draft. But Kerry has a close relationship with Coach Kasurik from the time together when they were in Detroit. So there's that bond that could save him as well. But we'll see, because Kerry Hyder's not a bad football player, I'm just saying. Niners also used one of their 5th-round picks to draft Robert Beal. Oh, yeah. I like this dude, man. Here's another to especially watch out for. Robert Beal, Georgia Bulldog. We got one of them for producing running backs. They produce running backs and frightening linemen. Don't the Eagles have a couple? Beal has the speed and strength to set the edge, which could earn him playing time with a solid performance during camp. I've already see me with the flag, but Robert, get a B. Free safety Tashawn Gibson signed a 1-year deal with the club after debating retirement following the 2022 season, right? That was much to the delight of his main man, Talanoa Hufanga. Boy, them boys have bonded together after the solid season together they shared on the field. The Niners took measures, though, looking ahead to their future, however, in the draft, moving up to number 87 overall to pick Penn State. Jair Brown. Mrs. Brown's talented baby boy will learn from both veterans along with Wilkes, who heavily suggested JB prior to the draft. In fact, Brown could be one of 2 or 3 newbies competing for a starting role if he can prove to be an upgrade over Gibson. That's asking a lot. Most likely, Gibson will retain his starting role at least at the beginning of the season. Wilkes really likes what he sees in JB and said about Brown this, though, quote, he just started growing on me. The conversation that we're having, his dedication to the game, his maturity, he sees it with a different lens. And I said, this guy right here can be the future for us. So I was excited about it, and I'm glad we got him, unquote. Mrs. Brown's baby boy impressed, Coach? We shall see. We shall see. Oh, things get underway tomorrow. Bring it on. Oh, here we go. I talked to the head of the Dragon Clan and Papa, Dragon, Pop, get in here.
Yeah, what's up, Doc?
Pop, man, looking in here and getting crazy about something we don't know nothing about. The rookies, they're going to come in and see what they do. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
Yep. I think that Moody kid's gonna be pretty good. No, I'll say
Zane's going to push him.
Man, dude, it's a hard team to crack, man.
It is.
It's a hard team to crack, boy.
Pop,
I think the interesting thing is who's going to get cut.
That's what I'm saying. Just why I said I don't know why the Niners are drafting all these guys. They're not going to. They can't make the. Okay, go ahead. He's going to trade it up.
Who's going to wind up on? Who's going to wind up on the Seahawks?
You know, this is all for Pete Carroll. Pete may have paid 49ers to do this. Then the 49ers could have traded something that picks up and got something else they really know is going to make the team.
Who's going to be God? Lord have mercy. You know, it's just obviously I would feel like, you know what, this is what I'm hearing. I think we're looking at the rookies. We gotta look at the people who are second year players. Mm-hmm. Our second year players typically make a step forward. So you know, Drake Jackson, from my understanding, has remade his body. Yes. He now looks like an NFL defense. Now, I'm looking forward to big things from Drake Jackson because he's highly skilled. He's got long arms. He's a strong young man. I mean, he's an incredible athlete. And he should be facing one-on-ones all day, every day.
Yes.
I will say that the third pass rusher position, that spot is up for grabs. So that's going to be interesting to see who steps up there because we do got a rookie who's got a really quick first step. He's got that really low, GTFO number. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think it looks good there. I think the tight ends that we have, I'm looking forward to seeing what that's like. But you know,
before you go any further with that, make a call on that right now because you got Braden Willis that everybody's talking about. Nobody said anything about the kid from Alabama. You don't hear any conversation. But Braden Willis is getting all kind of press.
Oh, people are talking about him. No. There are people talking
Latu?
about him. Yes, there are people. I've talked to several people about Fatu who literally have Fatu is like the fifth tight end on their list, third tight end. One ex-coach was on, and he said that Fatu is the best tight end.
Okay.
In college, is what he said. I know quite a bit about Fatu.
Wait. What did you just say?
Go ahead.
Latu is the best college prospect?
There was a coach there was a former head coach that was talking about tight ends this year, and he's somewhere in the article. I don't have it in front of me. I apologize for that.
But you read it.
But he literally said that the number one tight end on his list. That's what he said.
Wow. Okay.
That's what he said. Now,
right.
He was 15 on mine, but I'll be honest with you. Between 5 and 15. Between 5 and 15. Well, hang on a second. Between 5 and 15, I'm talking like they were like interchangeable. He could have been 5. He could have been 15. Honestly, It just kind of depends on where you go. So I think based on where he did go, and based on what his pedigree is, and based on what he's done, he's an ascending player. He's ascending.
Okay.
That's what you want out of a young, fierce tight end. Now he did have an episode of he had a high drop rate of like 11%. That's fixable. I'm not concerned about that. I expect both tight ends to make the team. I expect Ross Dwelly to make the team.
Do you?
Okay. I expect Warner to be out. Yeah, I think Warner's going to be out. I think they're going to keep 4 guys.
All right.
But I definitely foresee them starting to transition away from Juice. Juice is getting old. He's expensive. You know, he's a lot of fun in Cabo, but, you know, I mean, come on, man. I can't be no, hey, how many times? Hey, how many times did Juice run the ball last year?
Hey, but I ain't blaming Juice for that. I'm looking at the plays.
No, answer the question. Answer the question, please.
Okay, not many.
And remember, you're under oath. How many guests?
I ain't going to jail. He 4 or 5. It wasn't even double digit, as I remember.
Did you say 4 or 5?
Maybe.
Ronbo, you are a fan. He ran the ball 7 times for an average of $1 million per carry.
He's a fullback. Pop, come on now. If I was a defense attorney, I'd have to come in there. He's a fullback, by design in Kyle Shanahan's system. This is his duty. If he does it well, the team does better.
Man, you better stop. You just woke up Tom Rathman, William Floyd. What's wrong with you? They woke up.
I like Juice.
I like him too. And apparently Shanahan likes him. That's why he's still on the squad. I'm just saying, man, life ain't fair, and I'm not mad at him.
Oh, that's true, especially in the NFL.
I'm not mad at him. But I'm just saying that they're looking to replace him, which is why they brought in some nasty guys.
Mm-hmm.
Fatu's nasty, and Willis is real nasty. Apparently, he's straight up gangster. I'm scared he might do a drive-by after the game.
Yeah.
Willis is crazy.
Waiting for dudes out in the parking lot.
So they got some good guys. Yeah, he'll be in the parking lot. So they got some good cats. I think the interesting thing is that I think the right side of the offensive line might be remade. I really do. I really think, based on what I heard today about Burford, that they say that Burford has really, really shown up in the best shape of his life. But they're saying he looks stronger, he looks quicker, and then somebody commented on how long his arms are, and then they said he looks slimmed down. To me, that looks like someone transitioning to right tackle.
Ooh.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Hey, you know what? Maybe the 49ers told him and talked to him about that. I mean, that's a lot of.
I don't know.
That's a lot of work in a few weeks and months he's been away.
I don't know. He was a right tackle and left tackle in college. He's got some game experience now. Maybe that to me there had to be a plan. It couldn't been just McKivitz, could it? I mean, really, is that your plan?
They went and got
what I'm saying.
They got the guy from the Giants. I don't know. He's a guard, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
No, he's a guard and a center, but I think that he's going to wind up being the right guard. And I think that Burford's going to be the right tackle. Now, again, don't hate on me, fam. I don't know. I really don't. I mean, I'm just talking. Right, I'm just talking. I talk to people, and I'm reading and stuff like that.
It's intelligent speculation. I don't see a problem with that because if Burford's ready to go, Burford was rock solid at guard last year, especially for a rookie.
He was okay at guard.
He only allowed certain. He
but
learned
he definitely
every week. The stats said he showed one pressure, no pressures, one pressure, two pressures, no pressures.
No, you got to go back and look at that. You got to go back and look at it again. The no pressures and all that stuff. That's different. I'm talking about missing assignments in the run game and stuff like that.
Oh well, he's a rookie. Okay, you got to do that.
Well, I don't know, and I'm not trying to take his lunch. I mean, obviously he was better as a rookie than Aaron Banks was.
Yeah,
he at least he looked the part.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Well, Aaron Banks didn't even look the same dude, man. Aaron Banks just looked a fat dude in his rookie year. Now he looks like a grown man. Yeah, he was, and he played like it. So I think it's going to be interesting to see if they do that. But I think that they have stuff going on that right side, and I think we're going to be really surprised with decisions they make moving forward. I think the only concerns I have. Here's the deal. We're returning all these starters, right? And
we're going to be surprised with decisions just like Devin Haney against Lomachenko. PD.
Jack, Pop's only got a few seconds here to go. Hold up, please. Jack is enthusiastic.
Jack just does the run-in like professional wrestling. With the steel chair. So yeah, man, we'll see what happens. Obviously I'm encouraged, and I'm gonna probably end what I got to say with this. Many years ago, when Steve Mariucci was coaching the Lions, I was on the Lions field that day, and I was managing the halftime show act. So I met Mariucci, introduced him to the halftime show act, and I said, "Mooch," I said, "What do you see for the Detroit Lions record this year?" He looked at me under his breath, kind of got me real close, and said, 17-0, man.
17.
So I'm like, that's what I say off the top of my head every year. I'm sorry, 16-0 is what he said.
Yeah, because it's 16 games.
So what I'm saying this year, I'm going to be super optimistic. I'm saying 17-0, Ronbo.
There you go. I got no problem with that.
17-0.
Yeah.
And you know why?
Why?
You know why? Because it don't matter who plays quarterback. We've had 2 different quarterbacks in the last 2 NFC championships. It don't matter.
That's true.
It don't. I'm sorry.
It really doesn't.
matter
At this
who-
point, it's not about the quarterback. And I don't know if it ever will be as long as Kyle
And you
Shanahan
know
is
what
the
else
coach.
doesn't matter?
What?
You know what else doesn't matter? It
What?
doesn't even matter who the defensive coordinator is. Doesn't matter who the defensive coordinator is.
It kind of
I'm
looks that
serious.
way.
Think
No,
about it.
I'm agreeing.
Think about
Because
it.
no
The
matter
only-
what, the
only
49ers are
constant
going
is
ahead no matter
Kyle
who's in
Shanahan.
charge.
Only constant is Kyle Shanahan. So,
We're gonna go,
Trey,
Jack.
I'm
Good
gonna hand
stuff.
you the ball. You're gonna
Jack.
run up the middle,
There you go.
gonna
Bam!
run up the middle.
Okay, next.
and that's okay. I'm gonna send the next guy in there. You get hurt, I'm gonna send the next guy in there.
You're going to run out of guys like you did in the championship game, too.
It's
Bob,
not gonna happen.
it's
No,
so
we
good
got-
in front of
we
you
don't change the rules, Ronbo.
Give my best to
got
the
3
Dragon
quarterbacks
Clan. I'll look for it. You know what? I'm going to
Yeah.
come. Let's see what happens tomorrow in OTAs. I think it's going to be media coverage. Let's do this again tomorrow.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. Well, I can't wait.
Okay.
Can't wait, Ronbo.
I can
Shout out to you in production.
Thanks,
Shout out
fam.
to the fam. Shout out to the Niner Nation.
Yes.
Go
Oh, pop.
Niner.
Cardinals sin. There is no nation. We eat them up. We are the empire. Remember that?
That's right.
Dun, dun,
sorry,
dun,
that's
dun,
on my-
dun, 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 dun.
Mm-mm,
You know?
That hand, you have failed me at time.
Come to the dark side. See the ball, Pop. Hey,
right.
hey, Jack. Dun, 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 dun. Yo, Jack.
I got nothing to say today, man. He just stole all the words out of my mouth, man. I might as well just go on to the next caller, man. God damn.
Jack, there's never a time that you don't have something to add. You know what I'm saying? And Jack, you know, some of the guys we got, the rookies, we get surprises each and every year. There's always that 1 or 2 guys that you, as they show out on the field, who the hell is that? Boy, give them scouts. We always say, give them scouts another round of applause. That's what you guys always said. Where'd you find that kid? You know, I love it. So I'm looking for that to happen again. Every year.
And talk about that surprise. It's all about being intelligent to what you do. Like Ufunga knew he wasn't the fastest dude, and he adjusted to his ability, his timing that he got from Troy Polamalu. You know, you gotta be smart, man. Like you said, you're the element of the surprise. You don't want to be stuck in like Thailand, like I told you guys a couple years ago, and you out on a good night, getting your groove on, and then next thing you know, a fine ass girl wants to take you up, and then when you go up, it's like she got a bigger one than you. You don't surprise.
Yeah.
You don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Go and get shocked. You don't want to be shocked, but you know what I'm saying? Well, with that nonsense, you want the surprise to be with what you're working with. So, you know, Jair Brown, it's all about that timing because he ain't got the 4.3, 4.4 speed. Or maybe he does on film. Maybe he plays faster with his pads. So that's the stuff, you know, I want to see who's going to show up with the pads on because, you know, all this 40 time and whoop-de-whoop. But
Jack,
on the other side of Bosa.
Right, I want you to stay with that topic for just a second. Name some DBs in the league that are laser fast that are at the Pro Bowl. I'm trying to think of somebody that's real fast and does a great job.
You got the Cowboys. You got the Cowboys. You know, with one of the brothers.
Yeah. Is he fast?
You know what I'm saying? He's pretty quick. You know what I'm saying? And then you got my boy Deron Bland from Modesto, California. I don't know what you're talking about. Cowboys snatched him in 5th round for Fresno State, who we should have got from Modesto, California. I want to say it again, Deron Bland. So watch out for him, anyways. But you know what I'm saying? They got some. Damn, there's so many now. You know what I'm saying? There's so many of these dudes, and they're getting into All Pro. They're getting into Pro Bowls. But I mean, with the pads on, I mean, you play different. There's people that play a lot faster with the pads on. A lot of people that run the 40 fast that play with the pads a lot slower, or just in the game because their brain isn't functioning like Hufanga is when he got that pick 6 on Monday night against the Rams.
Detroit versus everybody.
You damn right, baby. Get up in here with your Detroit ass. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn lion-loving ass. Motherfucker. We got the Bengal Tigers versus the Lions over here. What the hell's going on, baby? We got the axe, and we digging for and mining for the gold, baby. It's Northern Cali, baby. Stand up.
Born warriors, you know, that's Hufanga, just a born warrior. You see, those guys don't need to be fleet of foot to get it done, you know?
You know what? the more I see Beal, your guy, your crush,
I like
in
it.
this
I
draft,
like
I
it.
think it's Beal, right?
Yeah. Robert.
So I mean,
Georgia
why not?
Bulldog.
I mean, I want to see who steps. Who's going to step? Who's going to put pressure off of Bosa? Obviously, we got the DT now. We got the defensive tackle from the Eagles now, so we're good there. We got Armstead. Now, who's going to show up on the other side? You know what I'm saying? Samson, Ebuka, all these dudes, they didn't pan out, man. I think Beal has a chance. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just the back-flipping kid we got last year, I told you not to get. I told you to get George Pickens, the wide receiver. Didn't listen to me. Steelers got them. Always biting my stuff. But what I'm getting at is that, you know what I'm saying, that it's the same thing like Solomon Thomas with him, man. He's just, back-flipping. Now he's getting bigger. Remember Solomon Thomas changed his frame up, so.
Remember that year he was working out with Aaron Donald and they was taking pictures together?
Yeah.
Made me so tired.
Yeah,
man. You're all that working out, man. You better be able to play ball this year then.
Exactly, man. Exactly. So there's some good competition, man. But I want to see. My favorite thing is my who's gonna show up on the other defensive end side to give to give Bosa like a little more oomph. You know what I'm saying? Say, all right, man. All right, you got that sack. Now watch this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, man. Give the guy something. Bosa's just over there playing on an island. Like nobody else could do it like him.
Getting double and triple team and still getting it done.
I don't blame him for being cocky. Yeah, I don't blame him for being so cocky, man. You know what I'm saying? Doing that little thing, being so ripped, dressing the way he does during training camp. He deserves it, man.
T-shirt.
He's one of a kind, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be smart, man. I want all these kids need to know, or not kids, these young men need to know that come in. You need to be smart like Hufanga was. You know what I'm saying? So wrapping it up. You got to be intelligent and just adapt to the game with your attributes, your best attributes. So, I'm going to finish it up by saying it like I do once a year. Just like I tell the women, you got to be intelligent if you want to be around me. If you don't got a master's degree, please don't fuck with me. And that's about it.
Do you have the girls they got to fill out resumes with you before they even get started talking?
They got to fill out resumes, man. Listen, I'm in England. Listen. A lot of people don't know. The people in England make us sound stupid. So they're already two steps ahead.
But I have a thing.
We're from Arkansas, even though we're from California.
But I got to think about that. You know what? It's just the British brogue makes them sound more intelligent. It's not necessarily true.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Brits that just sound like they're brilliant, and it's just the way they talk.
It's the way they talk, but I'm telling you, half these motherfuckers are backwards too. Y'all don't even know.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I've
met some Brits that.
Yeah, we're gonna start podcast on that. But yeah, man, it's all good, man. Y'all take it easy. And damn, I was gonna say one more thing, but I forgot. But it's all good, man. We're gonna keep it at that. And man, come visit your boy anytime. Winner. We're gonna have a raffle. Fly him out to London. You know what I'm saying? And go on the Ferris wheel or whatever. Every time somebody makes a damn Ferris wheel, London Eye, before I go, then Las Vegas made a big one. I think there's one in St. Louis. My brother just went over there. We got some business out there. But then Dubai, man. These dudes in Dubai just built like 3 times those size of this. It's like, man, you can't do nothing. No city could do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I think Great America would be a great place, Santa Clara, across from Levi Stadium, to make the world's biggest Ferris wheel. Let's put the petitions in
keep that
tonight,
competition
Ronbo.
going.
All right?
So you actually have to buy insurance before you get on that Ferris wheel. Dubai's got money because they just burn money as to start fires with, though. So I can understand why they did that.
I'm telling you, they're gonna buy one of these teams and just take over. So be careful, man. They might have start their own damn NFL team, but it could be worse. You could be stuck in Thailand like I was 6 years ago. So be careful, y'all. Gotta go, man.
Somebody should have warned you before you went over there. They got a lot of girly boys, It's now you know. Jack, I'll be back tomorrow.
All right, love
We'll
y'all,
see what's going on at the OTAs.
All right,
fam. Night, Jack.
Keep smiling. You got to go, Ronbo. Peace.
Thanks, man. Here goes Jack, the man who made the mistake in Thailand. It's time for Chill Pill Phil.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hey, but I was drunk. What's Chill Pill Phil's story? I was drunk, though. What's Phil's story?
Phil, you haven't been to Thailand, have you?
Huh?
You haven't been to Thailand carousing about, have you?
No.
Okay, so he doesn't
And I
know,
don't
Jack.
drink Bud Light either.
That's the Rams drink from deep down in the pit of misery. Jack, Phil, what are you thinking now? You know,
Ronbo.
I picked out a couple of guys. Go ahead. I'd love to hear what you're thinking on this.
All right. For rookies that start, there's only one.
Jake
He's the
Moody.
kicker.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
So the rest of the guys are not going to start. They'll be lucky if they make the 53. They're probably going to be on the practice squad, the majority of them.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's the way the Niners roll. They redshirt everybody a year.
And they've actually said
and then
that.
you get in an
A-lister.
NFL locker room, you work up the weight, you work up the strength, then you become a starter.
You go get the drinks, you carry the equipment, you get abused in your rookie year. So yeah.
Yeah, that's the way it works. So yeah, I don't see any rookie other than Moody getting a starting role.
Yeah, that's to look forward to.
They will get some will get some backup roles. I think for the outside Aziz position, I think it's going to be Ball. I think he's going to get that job.
Wait, who's going to get that?
Ball.
What's his full name? We have a linebacker that has a name.
Yeah.
Owen Burks,
long name.
Flanagan Folds, and then there's a couple of
Ball they signed, and they gave him a chance. He was on the practice squad last year.
Yeah.
So he sat out.
Now I know what you're talking about. You're right. What's that guy's full name? No, I know exactly what you're talking about now. They just brought him back here a few weeks ago. Maybe thinking that way because they didn't want to cut him last year.
Money. You know, when you watch the contracts and you see the guaranteed money, those are the guys that are going to make the team.
Yeah.
And I think Papa Dragon was right when he thinks Warner is going to get the cut, because you look at the salary of Dwelly, he's getting $750,000 guaranteed. Warner has zero dead money. So if they cut Warner, it's pure savings.
Mm-hmm.
So they save $1 million.
And you pick up a couple of guys with a lot of potential, apparently.
Well, the other two guys are going to make the team.
And actually, what do you feel about Dwelly? I don't have a problem with Dwelly. People look at Dwelly like he's trash, something you get extra garbage you can throw away.
The problem with Dwelly, he's not great at blocking and he's not great at receiving. So he's got, at least Warner was pretty good at blocking.
Yeah.
But he couldn't receive at all.
Yeah.
I think these guys, Latu and
Willis. Braden Willis.
Willis, I think they're going to be good players.
Yeah. You can tell the quality of them coming in. You can tell they're probably going to be good. Well, we had Ross so long, everybody thinks he just didn't get enough playing time.
Jair is going to play special teams mostly. Gibson's going to start unless he gets injured.
Yeah.
That's the only way Jair's going to come in. And then the other guy is the corner. What's his name? He's the guy that's matured. He's married, and he came out of Alabama or Southern Alabama or some school out there.
You're talking about Luter.
Luter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he may have some promise at corner.
Okay. Because it seems like he's going to be battling for that
Wilkes
slot too.
Wilkes likes to play press man.
Yeah.
And
is Luter better man coverage?
Can't really play press man.
Okay.
He's too small. And Luter is tall, long, and strong.
Rangy. Yeah.
Rangy, yes. And that's the kind of guy that may fit into Wilkes' defense better than Diamador. So I don't know. There should be some competition there.
Yeah, Demo's not guaranteed. Although I think he's going to fall into favor with Kyle. But Demo is not guaranteed to win that spot, is he?
Nope. Well, I think he's the favorite for sure.
Yeah, well, now.
I mean, he played pretty well going into it.
He earned it last year, I think.
But, I think the Niners' defense is going to be number one in the league by far.
Yeah, I don't know how you're going to compete with all that. I mean, those guys, and they're all mature, except for maybe one here or there. No, they're all mature, all the starters. That's too much experience. They've been there, done that.
You had Hargrave to Bosa and Armstead, and you have Armstead for a full year.
I can't wait to see that attack.
Not a chance.
That's exciting to even think about. And the right side though. What if Drake Jackson, all this work he's put in, it comes into fruition?
Let's look at Drake Jackson when he started off the season last year. He had 3 sacks, a blocked pass, and an interception. But then he ran out of steam, and he just wasn't strong enough to seal the edge on the running game.
He just came from USC.
So
he's tired. Mm-hmm.
That's why they didn't play him. So hopefully he's strong enough to set the edge, and he doesn't lose his bend.
I think that's natural with him.
Just fine.
Phil, anytime you get that big who can turn backflips, that's him. Tell you something.
Yeah, but
coming out of the draft, every year guys come out like that. They don't have time to train for.
Takes a little bit out of that.
Oh yeah.
So
Nick Bosa's impressed.
But anyway, he has room to spare on athleticism. But the one thing that's getting me kind of PO'd is the disrespect for our quarterback room. It's like they didn't even watch Brock Purdy play last year.
I know. I don't.
So you know what? Hell with them. We're going to whip them all.
Yeah, that's fine.
Except for we can't go 16-0 like Papa Dragon said because we play 17 games.
By the way, you mentioned quarterbacks though. The league has already confirmed that 3 quarterbacks and that third will not count against your roster count. I said,
right.
we want some legislation. I mean, the 49ers initiated it due to what happened to us, and it's been okay.
Well, if 2 quarterbacks get hurt, you can bring the third one in without hurting your
roster, your account,
46 roster during game day. So yeah,
I love it. Yep.
You
know what that means? All 3 of our guys right now, there will be no cut of all 3.
No, they will all suit up on game day. So that's a good thing.
It is. It's damn good. So, because I don't ever want to see another Josh Johnson moment in my life, Phil. Never. Please, God, no.
No. God. And those people that say that Brock Purdy, any quarterback will do on the 49ers, just watch Josh Johnson. Just watch Nick Mullins.
Perfect
just
example.
Watch C.J. Beathard.
Oh,
come on.
It really is annoying, isn't it?
It is annoying. It's hugely annoying. And then they say Brock Purdy's too small. Well, he's 6'1", 220. Patrick Mahomes is 6'2", 225. So that 1 inch and 5 pounds make a huge difference? No.
Brock Purdy has the quickest explosion from point A to point B. As long as it's in short distance, that's what is required of a quarterback. Get away, make the play. You don't need to keep running and running and running. In fact, that worries me because you keep doing that and you're going to end up like Lamar Jackson out by week 13 and 14 every year.
There's difference between pocket awareness and quickness in the pocket versus just a runner. And Lamar Jackson is a runner. Jalen Hurts is a runner. I think Jalen Hurts is more susceptible to injury than
he's just big and strong, and he's gotten away with that. But he's going to eventually get that hit.
Well, he got hit in that Chicago game where his shoulder went out and cost him 2 games.
See?
It could be another different hit, and you break your ankle like Trey happened.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and then look at Justin Fields over in Chicago. I mean, I was watching that game. He got hit so hard, I was scared for him. He got up, but I said, Jesus Christ. Justin, you come around that corner, look first.
You're playing with fire.
Yeah,
you're playing with fire.
Oh.
But anyway, Ronbo. No, I like our quarterback room. I like our team. Let's just go. If we stay out of the injury bug, we'll be champions.
This year, please.
That's the only deterrent for us.
can stop talking about, you guys, with 28 years since Eddie DeBartolo left, you haven't won a damn thing. It seems like Kyle Shanahan and the kid Jed York don't know what they're doing. You know what? You Rams have won 2 damn trophies, and you act like you're with the same bed with the 49ers. You got 5 to go. Shut up. I don't understand where you get the balls when you're a team like that. The only team the Rams can talk down to is maybe the Cardinals, the Vikings, who've won no trophies, and they're talking louder than we are. That's unbelievable. God.
There's 8 teams. There's 8 teams that never have won a trophy.
Yeah.
So
yeah, there you go.
So
Rams,
and the Lions are one of them, John.
Yeah.
And we're not the Bills that lost 4 straight Super Bowls. So
You know,
we're better than them.
that's their area code in Buffalo, 044.
How you can you me again, tired.
Yeah, but they got there 4 times.
Well, that's true, and I'm not going to disrespect him for that. But I Rams are just, I got to stop letting them get on my nerves. I don't know how you talk. Even the Hawks don't talk as much as the Rams. Oh, anyway, Phil, let me see tomorrow. We're going to see what happens in camp and go over that.
All right, Ronbo.
All right, man.
I'm looking forward to hearing when Purdy's going to start throwing. It should be any day now.
Yeah, this is June's coming up.
Yeah.
You'll find out.
All right, Ronbo.
Bill, appreciate you, fam. I see you tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Jamel.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo? How you doing, brother?
Jamel doing all right. Football's here, and
All right.
let's do it again. And guys are going to be in camp tomorrow. We're going to get some media reports to see so we can get all pumped up about things we can't see. You know, Jamel, because we're like victims of the media. Because you got the Grant Cohn report, and I always set Grant's report to the side and go read everybody else, and then compare it to what Grant said, because Grant is brutally honest as far as putting nasty things down about players and what he doesn't appreciate. And you have to compare that with some of the nice things that Matt Miyoko was saying and some of the other guys. So I say, I wonder what to believe.
You know what, Ronbo? He is so annoying to me. I have unsubscribed to his channel. I said, man, let me get him off. Let me get off. I was just stick with my guy Ronbo. I think with Ronbo and somebody else that talk football. But Grant Cohn, him and his dad, I said, man, y'all something else, man.
Grant likes it. You know what he does? It's a technique. He adds his bias and opinion. A lot of reporters won't actually put opinion in as much as they will just report to you what happened. Whereas Grant will interject what he thinks about that player, and that's why you got that drama that you got last year when him and Kinlaw run. I've never seen anything like that in my life. I mean that was scary, wasn't it?
Calm down, baby. Man.
But anyway, we're looking at some of the guys we're looking at now. Phil probably hit the nail right on the head by saying that none of the rookies are going to upseed any starters because our team is just too good. But Jamel, do you have any thoughts in your mind about the possibility of anybody getting unseated? I'd forgot about Demo. I like Demo. I support him 100%. I want him to start, but he's going to be challenged in camp. You got the defensive end on the right. Drake Jackson is a child of great expectation for this year, but can he hold off the Georgia Bulldog, Robert Beal? Can he do? He's got some competition coming on over there as well. So what are you thinking?
I'm thinking it's going to be another competitive camp. To me, it's going to be just I don't know. I have no idea. To be honest with you, I don't know who's going to start. I don't know who's going to be who's going to be a starting spot. I have no idea. We just have to take it week by week and day by day. We're in June camps, and then this training camp, and if we go all over again. So I don't know. I'm just a fan and a spectator.
It's fun though. Sit back and look at who materialized. Because the 49ers, the draft for the 49ers, look at some of the dreams come true the 49ers picked up, and
Right.
not all of them in the first round. And Nick Bosa, everybody knew Nick Bosa was going to be a fiend. That was nothing hard to do, you know.
Uh-huh.
But then you look back and you got a guy like Fred Warner. You didn't pick him up
Yes.
in the first round. You got George Kittle. You got him in the 5th round. You look at Dre
Fifth
Greenlaw,
round, right.
another pick. DJ Jones that went on, 6th round pick. These guys, this is what we talk about when we say football player, because a lot of times guys in the Panty Olympics, the combine, right? Oh my God, he leaped off beyond the chart. That's a cone drill we've never seen before. He set a new record.
Yeah.
4.29 is a new combine record. He gets into football, and nobody remembers what he did in the combine because he ain't did nothing
Right.
in the NFL, you know. So
Right.
we're gonna see. So these guys, that's why I like to see if you can call it now as to who's gonna stand out that you didn't expect in the days ahead, starting tomorrow.
You know what? I want to ask you this. Did we get any more tight ends from Iowa?
No, everybody wanted that kid. He got, I forgot what school he went to. I know you're talking about, but no Iowa products.
Right.
No. We got a Bama dude. See, I've always said that Alabama's program, they do nothing but produce stars for the most part.
Yeah.
We got
Yep.
Latu, a tight end out of Bama.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reason why I said that, Ronbo, because Iowa is known for producing
Tight ends.
tight ends.
Remember that year
Yep.
they had 2 after George Kittle left. I remember I was chomping at the
Kittle,
bit.
right.
Ooh, get one of them. You're gonna get 2. We gotta get one. Yeah, we didn't get one.
Right.
So I know. Notre Dame, Boston College for your offensive lineman. SEC,
Yep.
SEC. You know what? If the 49ers had any connection, I remember we had that connection with the team over in Carolina, the Gamecocks. Trent Baalke and 49er quarterback from way back when had a connection, right? So Trent just go call him and see what he's got. And he'd come get a couple players. Southern ball players, everybody can play ball in America from high school. They gravitate toward the South now because it seems like they're playing the best football in the South.
Yep.
So, we got one. We got 2, actually. Robert Beal out of Georgia, an edge rusher, a lineman. I'm excited. I can't wait. Man.
I am too, because that's where the game is won in the trenches. So I say, there we go. There we go. Keep up the line.
Yep. We're going to be all right. We're going to be all right.
Sure.
Shucks. And, the expectations are high at the beginning of the season like they are every year. And you being a man of God, such as myself and others, we all need to put our head together and pray for health. That's the only thing that beats us every year. We cannot.
Every year, it's so easy. You know what? The athletes today they're faster, they're bigger, they're stronger. So it's so easy for someone to get hurt. And that's what you're right. So I'll be praying for a good board of health for all 32 teams this year because, today's athletes are like freaks of nature. I'm like, man, I'm seeing an offensive lineman. You said he ran what? What? I said, yeah, man, offensive lineman, man. I mean,
Running under 5.
Yeah, I'm 6'3", and I ran a 5-something. I ran a 5-something being an offensive lineman. These linemen, he said, what? That's a freaking tight end wide receiver.
It's just, actually, man is not supposed to be driving around in cars and flying in planes. These are things that go against the grain of the human existence. We can't hit anything at that speed or you're finished.
I know.
So riding horses and things like that, or early on, if you could tame a dinosaur, those are things that you could survive. And now you're talking about athletes that are moving. I've always said this about wide receivers who run low 4.3s. I said, I'm going to tell you right now, he's going to pull a muscle. The human body is not designed to run like that.
No.
I mean, but you know what? I got to tell you, Jamel, the average African before civilization really hit the continent, he was part of the food chain. Actually,
Wow.
for the black athlete, it might be somewhat natural because you had to move your ass to survive. So maybe. I used to make jokes about that even when I was a kid. I said, the Olympics, right? The 100 meters, 200 meters, pretty much dominated by the black American athlete, right? I said,
Yeah.
all my white friends, yeah, you guys, man, I tell you what, man, I ain't going to try to even keep up with you. And I said, you know what, guys, it's not your fault. You were raised up in an area where the climate was cold and you had weapons and things like that. The African only had a spear, bow and arrow, and his feet.
Man, it's just, man, I look at my Kenyan brothers, man, when they came to the cross country, and I said, man, these dudes, I watched when I played in high school, I was a shot putter, and I was just watching them. I said, man, I don't know how y'all brothers do it, man, but whew, hats off to you guys.
See, those guys, if you run up Mount Kilimanjaro one time, the oxygen gets thin, and that Kenyan's still moving.
Yes, it do.
Jamel, too much fun again. We got to go. Jamel, I'll be back tomorrow. Let's see what the OTAs look like. All right?
All right, and I'll see you then.
All right, fam. Have a great night.
All right, brother. Yeah, you too.
Thanks, Jamel. Well, it's a big show. It's a big show on tonight. Show.
Love you.
What is show doing? I heard some
Oh,
giggling.
sorry about that. That was my niece.
Okay. Big show.
She wanted to give me a kiss before I go work out. So
you're good. That's
I had to
sweet.
do that.
You got to do that.
You know
what?
Go
ahead.
I disagree with Phil.
Yeah.
Shockingly.
I know, right? I just feel. I just feel like something. Of course, show
Said no one.
disagrees.
Said no one ever. Every player has a chance to make the 53-man roster when they're drafted, and they have a chance to start. You know what? I've always had a philosophy. No matter where we drafted you, no matter how much money we're paying you, no matter how much Super Bowl rings you won us, no matter how much accolades you have, no matter how much Pro Bowls you've been to, there's always somebody younger, better, faster, cheaper, and hungrier than you. You know what I mean? That's why I say don't get attached to these players, because this includes everyone's favorite player, Nick Bosa. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's always somebody better out there than you. You know what I mean? Like, somebody more hungrier, somebody more and cheaper, and they'll always go that way. You know what I mean? So
Bosa? Is somebody hungrier than Bosa?
But what I'm saying, I'm not saying right now. I'm not saying. Come on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, there's always somebody better out there.
Yeah, and also like that hungrier
hungry.
part, though, you're right, because he just came out of school. He's coming in to make a name for himself. He's full of pea and vinegar. Of course, he's going to come in gunslinging and shooting for the stars. That kind of kid is dangerous, actually.
That includes every position on this roster.
That's the only kind of guy I want to see in camp, too. If he hasn't got that attitude, I don't want him. Exactly.
And so the rooms, obviously, to watch are safety room. I really think there's a really strong chance that Jair Brown outbeats Deshaun Gibson. Granted, like I said, we gave him a bunch of money, but that doesn't mean his job is safe. People need to understand money, contracts, and all that BS means absolutely nothing in the NFL. It's just a way to say, hey, here, we love you. But look out, because there's always somebody else. That's the devil in the details right in the contract. Like, there's always somebody else better than you out there. We don't care how much we paid you. We could always trade you. We could always cut you. We don't care. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's I have a really good feeling that Jair Brown may beat out to Deshaun Gibson this year.
Pretty tough. He's pretty tough, though, Sean. You did a good job for us
I,
last year.
I know,
One
I
of the
know.
best ball hawks we've had in I don't know how long. You know what? Honestly, I really don't know how long. When's the last time we had a ball hawk? How many? Gibson had what? 5, 6 INTs?
I don't remember, but Jair Brown was a ball hawk at Penn State too, so
Yeah. Well, yeah.
and that usually carries over. So
And he hits hard and everything. That's true. You got me
Mhm.
there. Touche.
And he's a lot younger. He's a lot younger. He's a lot fresher, and Deshaun's up there in age, and so he's got somebody breathing down his neck. Colton McKivitz is another room to watch. His job isn't really safe. He hasn't even been named the starting right tackle yet. Right now.
No.
Um,
No, he's got to earn that.
there's Spencer Burford, from what Papa Dragon said, is apparently breathing down his neck, and so don't look for that position to be changed.
And he wanted to play tackle anyway. The 49ers made him play guard.
Yeah.
But so
He's
if
a
he's ready to
natural
play
tackle.
tackle,
He's
yeah,
a
put him over
natural-
there. Yeah.
He's a natural right tackle to begin with, from when we drafted him. And so keep him at his natural position, like I always say. That's never worked out for us when they put him in their unnatural spot. That's my pet peeve with this team, like biggest pet peeve. Like if it's not broke, don't fix it.
So you know it's going to be
if
a really,
they're-
really, really a good thing. At the end of this next season, we say, you know what, Michael McGlinchey, we always thought that Mike was doing the best he could, and maybe it was a little rough over there. Well, you know what? Burford did not have nearly the madness going on that Mike had on. And see, this is a decision should have made 2 years ago.
Mhm.
So I'm looking forward to possibly saying that.
And we obviously saw Javon Kinlaw lose his job, so
I forgot. I keep
know.
forgetting about Javon. Who do we have in the middle?
Poor dude.
You got the kid we redshirted last year because he came in injured.
Khalil Davis.
Yeah, Khalil.
Yeah, he'll probably jump him ahead of the roster spot, Javon. But then Javon's been working out like crazy lately, and
He's serious.
hopefully his knee holds up. But
Mhm.
if it keeps flaring up again and there's a setback or whatever, then look out for Khalil Davis to take that leap ahead of John Kill on the depth chart.
Don't we have another couple of beefy guys? Because that's not enough depth at that position. I need one more guy. Oh, you got Givens. He's still in
Yeah,
the
we have Cleveland Farrell, and we have Austin Bryant. Don't forget.
Okay, there you go.
And Kevin Givens and T.Y. McGill, but I don't think T.Y. McGill is going to make this team.
He was in and out last year, as I remember.
Yeah.
Well, at least they
Yeah.
didn't bring back Hurst. If they would have brought Hurst back this year, I was actually going to get upset about that because listen, Kyle, you guys, you're just paying him to be on the IR every week. I think he was a healthy scratch a couple times too, but they claimed there was something wrong with his calves.
Yeah, and the YR room, shockingly, the YR room, Jawan Jennings' job isn't safe. Look at what Ronnie Bell. He came off his best year at Michigan, and he's a little hungry too. And he was drafted in the 7th round because of his injury that he had in 2021. But he should have been drafted in the 3rd or 4th round this year. He's that good of a receiver.
So is he that good?
They compared him to a discounted Chris Olave. So from when I read his draft profile, I always love to look at the pro comps, and that was one of them. I have to go back and look at what his other comps are, but I think he beats out Ray McCloud. I think he beat out.
Oh,
Ray
it definitely beats out Ray.
Ronnie Bell.
I saw his highlights, so I know what you're talking about. He's a downfield
He's got
guy
that special
too.
teams ability and about downfield guy, yes, and he plays X, Y, and also the slot, and he's got the special teams aspects to his game. That
Wouldn't it be something though? Bell and Winstead take out Ray.
Now I would be perfectly happy with that. And Danny
Winstead
Gray.
and
Danny Gray is that odd man out to begin with. He
And
hasn't
Ray.
contributed to anything.
Danny
Gray hasn't contributed anything the last year and a half.
Yeah.
So I think he's out and Dwelly's out, and like I said, I think Brown's going to beat out Gibson. I really do.
All right, you heard it here first. So it's already putting Jair is going to take Deshaun's job, and Deshaun probably won't care because he's going to be sitting down getting paid anyway.
Unless if they decide to redshirt him like they did Aaron Banks, then I think Gibson
Jair?
starts. Like, I wouldn't be surprised about that. Yeah.
There's no need to redshirt
You know what I
him, though.
mean?
You can use him on special teams because he's pretty good at that too as well.
Yeah, true. Yeah. All right. Well, let me give my shout outs out of the way really quick. Shout out to, even though I disagree with him and pull his leg all the time, Chill Phil Phil. Shout out to Papa Dragons. Shout out to the TNT family. Shout out to Donut and T, my favorite couple and America's favorite couple. All the Tonys and Chris Hampton in the chat and everyone in the chat. And y'all take care. And Sheik and Jersey Joe, you guys need to call in more. And also Vader, man. We haven't heard from Vader in a while. We need some more Vader on this.
Yeah, Vader. Yeah, Vader, that's true. Get Vader there. All right.
All right. Shout out to everyone. Y'all take care. Have a great night.
You do, Show. There he goes. Show. I like shows opposing views on things like that. It makes for fun conversation. Hey, yo, Jalen. As I'm sitting up here looking at the Rams, talking trash all through the chat.
Cardinals, y'all relevant. Rams, y'all from bombs. Ronbo, the Seahawks haven't won a ring in 10 years and counting. I know that can't be fun.
It is not.
Man, well, what's the word, Ronbo? What's the word, chat? It's your old boy, Jay.
Jay, I'm looking at rookies that could potentially come in and make somebody put their old butt down. And, because you look at defensive end, I like Dre Jackson on the other side. Wide receivers, people are waiting for Danny Gray. We're not going to wait a whole lot longer. He runs 4.3, and that's all he does so far. And Jair Brown, is he going to come in and take Deshaun's job? Wide receiver Demo, when you look at Demo, I thought he did a great job. I support him. I push him. I'm telling you right now, he's going to get some competition push in camp. And your running back situation, you go, no, we got that A-Watt dude. Jalen. There's a couple of fiends in the running back camp. I was looking at the tape the other day. I said, damn, that's going to be a tough job to win for CMC will be fine. And if Elijah Mitchell can stay healthy, they ain't going to whoop him. But Jordan Mason needs more time. I got 3 running backs. Jordan Mason, ain't nobody going to beat Jordan Mason. But the rest of them dudes are coming in here. Anybody else not name them 3? Uh-oh.
Man, Ronbo, first of all, I agree completely. I think it was either Show or Emilio that said it last show. If Sam Darnold is the starter week 1, Ronbo, Kyle Shanahan needs to be fired. Hands down, I'm thinking about it. There's no way that Trey Lance is healthy on this roster and he's not the starter week 1 if Brock Purdy isn't there. Now, Brock Purdy's there, Ronbo, granted, I want Brock Purdy out there. But if Trey Lance is there and it's Sam Darnold and Trey Lance, by no means, Ronbo, I don't care what people think of Sam Darnold. He's been with bad teams, da-da-da-da-da. Bro, Trey Lance was given the keys to the team literally last year before he got hurt. I don't know why it isn't technically his team, Ronbo, because Kyle said it was his team. There shouldn't even be a quarterback competition, Ronbo. I mean, I get he got healthy and Brock came in and he played good, but if Justin Herbert gets hurt and his backup has a good season, you think that they coaches going to just replace Herbert? And that's his team? If we said this is Trey Lance's team, Ronbo, then it shouldn't even be a quarterback competition. How you going to give him the team and then take it back after a year of him being injured? That ain't it. That's not it. But,
the thing is that they announced that they were going to fight it out. You know what happened, though, there? After Brock won the job, now everybody else is on equal footing. Because if you're a backup, you're a backup. And that's now what they designated Trey as a backup, right? So then they went and got Sam Darnold. And in Trey, they put him in a competition with Sam Darnold just because that's just the natural order of things. But Trey has got to go ahead and beat him out. The 49ers are probably begging for him to do so because that makes Kyle and John look better anyway, So they're gonna be giving him every opportunity to make sure he can beat him out. But they're not going to go with him if he can't beat him out. Well, it remains to be seen. Trey's been working hard, real hard.
And I said it last call, Ronbo. Like, Trey did not actually be taking that 3, Ronbo.
I know.
And it's not like Ronbo. That kid had expectations to come in and do. They told him, dude, you got to come in and you have to be basically a Super Bowl ready quarterback with 16 starts in college. That's not his fault, Ronbo.
Remember Trey. No, remember he wasn't.
He had to come in and be better than Jimmy, Ronbo. We didn't draft him to replace Jimmy. We drafted him to be an upgrade.
No, he was supposed to sit out a year, and that was the plan from the beginning. It was going to be Jimmy's team that year, and Trey was going to be learning under Jimmy and then take over the following year. So he wasn't expected to come right in and start. but he was supposed to learn, and he wasn't supposed to get hurt. They can never plan around getting hurt because there's no plan B if you get hurt. So Trey comes in and hurts his finger against the damn Raiders. See, that's what I'm saying about the Raiders. See,
Ronbo, would any other of those quarterbacks have had to sit a year? Would Justin Fields have had to sit a year? Would Zach Wilson have had to sit a year?
well,
I'm just saying,
they were
Ronbo,
considered.
he had
They were considered
that
raw.
ain't that. Well, why
Trey
did we
was
take
considered
him?
blood
If he was
raw.
raw, why would we take that chance on that, Ronbo?
Well, see,
These
now
guys didn't have to sit a year.
that's the
And now
question
look at
everybody's
us.
asking.
We don't know what the hell we got.
Well, now see, that's the thing. Why did Kyle and John decide? Okay, we're gonna draft him. We know he's raw. We're gonna have him sit a year and learn, and hopefully he's able to take over in his sophomore year. Well, you guys know if he gets hurt, that throws a wrench into things, and so they immediately started him the next year like they promised. And what happens in week 2? Bam! Okay, now what? Guys, see, these kind of plans always are kind of risky because Trey still needs a lot of training. Like you said, 1 year in college.
I mean, and that's really that's a problem, Ronbo. I mean, this team isn't getting any younger, and we're still saying Trey needs training. It's his 3rd year, Ronbo. How much you think these guys? You think Trent Williams at 35 wants to sit and wait on Trey Lance to learn how to play football at the NFL level? NFL level?
That's the problem right there. Do you think Fred Warner who picks on him every chance
No,
he
Ronbo,
gets?
they ready to this
You
is
like
why I'm so
Debo and
convinced with
those
Brock,
guys?
Ronbo.
Huh?
Like Ronbo, it didn't take us a full season to see if Brock could play. That Bucks game, his first start, we was already saying, man, this kid legit.
They didn't know about Brock.
It didn't take us a whole season to say, you know what, I think Brock can play. It took us 2 games for us to say he's better than Jimmy.
But
we
Trey,
still gotta look at
did
Trey
Trey
Lance,
look
Ronbo.
Did Trey look like Brock though when he first started?
No,
That's the
he did not.
problem.
He looked like no, he did not. He looked like Malik Willis. I told you.
See, so that doesn't work. You got to look the part, and you got to be able to play it, even if you are a rookie, and then of course you'll get the nod. But Trey has some things he needs to work on, and he's worked some of them. He's worked some of them out. So we're gonna find out starting tomorrow, actually. So
Malik Willis, I love you, Jay, but he did look like Malik Willis, man. Shout out Nick Mullins, man. Shout out to my man Mullins.
That's Casey. Willis, I didn't even see Malik this year. I heard about him. I didn't hear about him. I didn't see him last year. But
Ronbo,
yeah, that was
does
the
remind
problem.
me of Malik Willis, though. I mean, I'm not saying like in college, but at the NFL level, as in what they've been doing, I mean, they look the same. They just run around, try to be athletic, and they missing throws. It's just, I don't know, man.
Yeah, see, so that's what I'm saying. When you look at the 49ers roster, these guys have already been to a Super Bowl, been to playoff games. They don't have time for that. So that's why it was automatic they were going to try to see if they could train him up, coach him up, get him ready in year 2. And now we have what we have now. Brock Purdy comes out of nowhere and looks the part, and he's won the job. Now Trey's got to see if he can get it back away from him because he's the number 3 pick. He's supposed to be priority 1. Now, can he go be priority 1? This is the test the 49ers are going to put him through now.
Ronbo, Justin Fields is our quarterback, and I understand his accuracy might not be the best. But Ronbo, you can't teach that athletic ability that he has. If that's par with our running game, Ronbo, we'd be unstoppable.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'd be unstoppable, Ronbo.
Yeah. I honestly, Trey, I got to tell you, I'm not sure what the 49ers were thinking picking up a kid that needed that much work. I understand, okay, he's raw, he's got a lot of upside. We feel like his potential is off the roof, out of into orbit. Okay, guys, but how long is it going to take you to get that out of him? You don't know. Even Lynch said a couple of times, we don't really know what we have in Trey Lance. Oh, well, John, that's what you told us a little while ago. You told us that he's got a lot of upside. You said he's raw. You didn't say anything about we don't know what we have. And then they start changing the tune and to the point where we are now.
Ronbo, my thing is, Ronbo,
Sam hasn't won yet, so don't worry about that yet. Sam ain't won nothing. He's got to go out and win it too if he's going to win it.
Ronbo,
Trey.
Oh man,
I know Trey. It's giving Trey a headache.
Sam done away with anything. We need to drop this whole goddamn team.
Trey's gonna be all right. You know what? There's no need to count Trey out yet. There's no need to even have this discussion. Trey may clean Sam's clock, but they're gonna put him through that test. That's the thing. And who wins? At this hour, it's kind of hard to know. That's the only thing. But they're gonna give him every opportunity to win. And Trey, I mean. Trey left. He's got to go eat some aspirin. Okay. Trey, I seen him out. Trey, you be all right? Hey, you want some Latino heat? Latino heat. Emilio, come on here and take up, because Trey, I don't know what happened to him, but you and him are on the same page, as you know.
If Donald wins anything, we need to cut the whole damn team. I just don't. I don't understand. Like I said, to me, the reason now I see why Donald's on the team and why Shanahan got him.
Third quarterback.
Third quarterback. Because the league just said it's okay to have you guys have a third quarterback, and we're not going to count this.
And maybe the league was going to okay that. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So they got to hit him. So now we know why. So, like I said, at this point in time, it is Purdy's team. He's the quarterback. I came to realize that. It's kind of like I said, I like Trey. I want to see what Trey can do. But at this point in time, it's Purdy's team. If Purdy's not ready to go, it is Trey's team. And if Donald starts, we got a big problem. I just don't see him doing anything good, positive at all. I just don't. He reminds me too much of Nick Mullins. He'll have a little bit of light and Blaine Gabbert.
What happened to Blaine? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, him too is Blaine. He reminds me of Blaine and Nick Mullins. They're good enough for a couple games. Other than that, we're done. We're going to have, one of those start, basically look at one of them starts, we're going to have a shitty season. So if Donald starts, we're going to have a horrible season.
But I mean, like somebody said earlier, though, this team kind of runs on autopilot for the most part. We don't need it. Any DC we had is going. That defense is still going to roll with offense.
No, I get that. Because if you really do look at it, that whole interview with Alex Smith, and they were trying to. I don't know if you heard it. What Alex Smith had said a couple days back.
Oh no, I missed it. What did he say?
He had said with all these defensive coaches he had over the years, he didn't do good until he had an offensive coach. Like when he had Harbaugh, Alex Smith played his ass off. He had Andy Reid, he played his ass off. When he had Mike Nolan and Singletary, he was limited to what he was able to do. And they kind of compared it to Shanahan. They were saying Shanahan was a somewhat defensive coordinator under the sky. So it was kind of like, it didn't make sense. But it was just like, because all Shanahan wants your quarterback to do is minimize your mistakes and let the defensive running game do the rest.
Yeah.
When you compare that to what we used to have, it's kind of there and right. So,
yeah. I mean, you're getting drowned out. Maybe to move to another spot. Whatever that sound is in the background is over your voice.
My man is shooting somebody in the background.
Emilio, doc. But anyway, go ahead, though.
So, it was just the whole thing that Alex Smith has had different experiences with different coordinators. So it's kind of different. So they were saying Shanahan's kind of the same way, just saying he is an offensive guru, but he does have that defensive coordinator mentality.
Hey, Shanahan, he learned about defense. He was an expert at defense before he became an offensive. That's one of the reasons why he's good at what he does, even though some people don't think so. But anyway, he knows how defenses work. That's why that's a brilliant thing to do. Every coach that aspires to be a coach should do that. Learn defense through and through. Now, you know the antidotes. That's what Shanahan does.
Yeah,
but you got to have people who can pull it off.
Because I guess they mentioned, what was the Jets quarterback over there? What was his name?
What team?
The dude, the Jets. What was the quarterback's name over there? I forgot his name.
Last year?
With Salah? No,
Oh, with Salah.
last year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
With
that was.
Salah,
Oh,
what's the first-
God. His name.
I forget his name.
Anyway, I know who you're talking about.
But anyways, because I guess he got compared. He was like, this is why he can't do good because Salah's the defensive coordinator. So if
Yes.
he was the offensive coordinator, they were saying he would do a lot better.
And the OC, that's why he got fired. Because
that's why, they were
'Cause he-
saying that's what Alex Smith was talking about. He was like, man, over the years I played, every time I was playing with a defensive-minded head coach, I didn't do too good. But when I played with my head coach, I played a lot better. So they were trying to compare it to Shanahan. So they were saying Shanahan had those problems. He thinks like a defensive coordinator, even though he's an offensive coach.
you know.
They didn't bring up Shanahan, but it was just mentioned. Like, oh,
No.
this is why Trey Lance might have a problem because of that. And Jimmy had that problem, or had, whatever. It was brought up Jimmy, so he was like, oh, because when Jimmy was with the Patriots, he was able to throw the ball and do whatever. And with us, he's just like, just don't mess this up. It's just kind of a scenario. So we think Trey Lance might have that problem.
But that's what I'm saying. You know what Kyle does.
Supposedly, it was just what they were talking about.
Well,
I don't know if that was really back to.
You have to be adaptable to be a quarterback in Kyle's system. Whatever you do best, Kyle, I want to hear it. Here's what I need for you to do. Okay? And then you come in and you try to run Kyle's offense. Maybe you're not cut out for what Kyle likes to do. And I'm not sure if certain quarterbacks are not made to do what Kyle wants them to do. First of all, you've got to be very accurate. You need to be very quick about getting rid of the ball. And, everything depends on the receiver's also got his role in that part. He can't get stuck on defensive coverage. He's got to get to a point. The ball's got to be thrown there. Everything's timing. Kyle knows the only way to beat a defense is usually on
That was the
timing.
other thing they did say. That's how Shanahan feels. It's just Alex Smith made his point on why he didn't succeed with certain when we had
It doesn't work for
Michael
everybody. Every
Singletary and
system.
Mike Nolan, and once we had Harbaugh, he succeeded. And when he went to the Chiefs with Andy Reid, he succeeded.
Yeah.
That was his whole thing. And then when he went to the Redskins at the time, he didn't do too good because Riviere wasn't a defensive coach. It was just his best opinion. He mentioned Shanahan was mentioned within that. He didn't mention it, but they were saying, this is why our quarterback is always too good because it's just one of those things.
Emilio,
He
who was
thinks
the
like a
OC?
defensive coordinator.
Yeah, but who was the OC when Alex was there with Harbaugh? Was that the same little fat fool?
That the Ravens coordinator, Greg Roman.
No, Greg was there the whole time. That's right. Well, see, that makes no sense.
I don't know. It was just what they were saying because Harbaugh was an offensive coach.
No, I just
That's the
realized
thing. It's just- they
Harbaugh
were
should
talking
be.
about-
He was a
That's
quarterback.
what they were talking about. I was just listening to what they were saying, and Alex Smith's opinion of what he had felt. He didn't say that. He didn't bring up Harbaugh. It was just, the reporter, or whatever the guy he was talking to, mentioned it. Say this is why our quarterbacks can't be so good because Shanahan thinks like a defensive coordinator, him being an offensive coordinator. So I was thinking, man, that does make sense. But I'm like, man, if Harbaugh if Shanahan started doing that, maybe our quarterbacks could do better. Start thinking like that. If you look like Andy Reid all these years, he had great quarterbacks, but every time he would think he had that mentality, thinking like a defensive coordinator, he didn't do so good. Now you think him and Mahomes, he lets Mahomes do what he wants to an extent.
Yeah.
And then
Well, see, that's the way you set that's offensive. Guys, coaches should, whatever your player's strengths are, you sort of lean toward that. I know your program is this, it's good, but make sure you incorporate his skills that he's best at. And that may be why he was running Trey so much, too. I kind of think he likes the way Trey runs more than he likes the way he
They were
throws.
saying that was the other thing. Just let Trey do what he wants to do. Of course, give him call the plays, but let Trey be Trey. And they would say they're not to knock anything on Purdy. They say Trey would do great. It's just they go back to Donald. We start Donald, we have a problem.
Amelia, the only problem with letting Trey do what he's doing, see, because the rest of the guys have already learned a program. So Trey's got to go in there and run that program. This is really a difficult thing. I agree though. You cannot go away from the quarterback strengths just to run your program. So I don't know what he's going to do. We'll find out. But
No, we'll find out. Like I said, it's just to me at this point, I just don't want Darnold to start. It'd be stupid. He's
I
not
know.
that great of a quarterback. He's horrible, but you got to me at this point, it is Purdy's team because of what he did. He got us to the championship game. You know, he won us straight 8 games. He earned a job.
yeah,
You know, nothing taken from Purdy. But at
But
this
after
point, if Purdy's not ready, to me,
Trey should be the next
start.
man
If
up.
we don't, that basically it's just the same thing when Jimmy was there. Okay, Jimmy got hurt. Jimmy wasn't ready. It's Trey's team.
Mm.
So that's how I feel. It just should be Trey's team.
Well,
Like I
a
said,
lot of people-
he
A lot of
had
people feel the same way.
Donald had too many mistakes. Well, I don't see why he should start. He should just be our third string quarterback, and if something happens, then he can start.
All right.
So to me, it's either going to be Purdy and Trey or Trey and Purdy, and then we can work from there.
And we'll find out because the next few weeks, I guess, it's going to be interesting to see. All right, Emilio. Good to hear from you. I love it. Emilio gets in here no matter what. Emilio's working, he doesn't care. He gets right in here and has his say. Sam Darnold, sit your butt down.
Yeah, I just don't. I can't see Donald starting. I just can't. No matter what Shanahan done said about that man, that man better not start.
There you go. Bam. I'll be back tomorrow. I can't wait to see what they're going to do in camp tomorrow. We'll find out.
Oh, and then your Lakers got swept. I'm happy about that too.
Oh, yeah, the Lakers, they were beat. Denver's badass. You know what's going to be interesting? Tomorrow, Boston's going to get beat, too. 2 teams swept their opponent. That's going to be a good series.
Yeah.
All right, fam.
All right, you have a good
See you
night.
tomorrow. You too. Night.
Night.
Emilio. Hey, yo, KC. OKC. He's probably sitting at the casino right now. He's got his feet under.
Boom, papa. Yo, shout out to Emilio, man. I hope he's safe. You have a good night, Emilio.
From the bangs.
Getting hot. Yeah, Ronbo is no longer winner. Pop, pop. You know? I hope you're okay, Emilio.
He's okay. Emilio's a tough guy. He wears a vest.
Yeah. What's happening? That's my homie right there.
Yeah, I know. You know, I tell you right now, it's always exciting to see rookies glisten in this part of the year. You know, it's so funny because you got a lot of guys that look so good in camp, and then we never hear from them again after September, whatever, when the first game starts.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah, this is the annual thumbnail of Who Will Survive.
And who's so good, they said take a starter's job. So, you know. Very nice. You know,
like that part.
But most of us believe the same thing. Was that Papa Dragon who said, or Phil? Most of the second year, the guys from last year that came in, it's their turn, and they're going to be the ones that are going to be asserted before the newbies come in. And newbies got to pay dues. They've got to really go a long way. They got to go through 2 people before they even get to a starter position. So it's going to be rough for them. Drake Jackson's going to be the guy on the other side, most likely, because Coach Wilkes is just really driving hard on him. He really loves him. And also, Wilkes is loving him some Javon Kinlaw. So, you know, Kinlaw he ain't going to make Hargrave sit down, but he'll be the first guy off the bench probably.
Yeah, I'll see it when I believe it, Rumbo. I'm not here to talk about Javon Kinlaw. I'm here to talk about the San Francisco 49ers.
Javon's a 49er?
Rumbo, yes, he is. He is, Rumbo. At times, he has great moments of a bull rush.
So, you know, we got to find out. These guys hard they worked in off season.
This time of the year, it reminds me of that part in the Dark Knight where the Joker takes a pool stick and breaks it in half, throws it on the ground. Kyle just watches who wins and who survives. Because, you know, Kyle doesn't care. He'll just plug and play whoever's healthy, you know?
See?
Just run Trey up the middle 15 times. The second Trey gets back there week 1, you know?
She's hurt. All right, get him off the field. Get the next guy in there. You know, the plug and play attitude, though, every now and then I worry about that with Kyle. You're joking, but you know what? I don't know, Kyle. So we're going to find out soon.
Yeah, I'm not here in downtown Ronbo. We got, trucks and bikes running down here and pop, pop, all this stuff out here.
Look at Casey
Trying to get to a better
trying to produce
area.
the same atmosphere as Emilio.
Well, Ronbo, I stepped outside to, meditate on this Monday. I missed you last night. I was trying to tap into the Reverend Ronbo show. It didn't happen.
I'm sorry. I had every intention of being here last night, too. But yeah,
It's all good.
we had a Monday Night Raw. As I said, Monday Night Raw used to be for complaining, yelling, and screaming, and getting pissed off because the 49ers lost again. That started back in 2017, the first year or so. Yeah, TNT
I was
started
pissed
that.
off last night, Ronbo. I almost hit a 5-teamer. The Nuggets had hit the under, would have cashed a 5-teamer last night. I was angry last night.
The Nuggets. You mean the Heat? Okay, because the Nuggets played.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad. The Heat. Huh.
Yeah,
I had it at 214.
Yeah,
It was
that was the most
there was a
embarrassing.
blowout yesterday.
I think that might have been the most embarrassing game in the playoffs ever.
Rumbo, you think long, you think wrong, and I know game flow, and I know that I listened to what you said. The Heat are balling right now, so
Yeah,
it's gonna be the Nuggets and the Heat.
That's gonna be a crazy series. The Heat are better than I thought. Olabayo or something like that, whatever his name is, that big center. My God, he's skilled. Because
They
I
were
watched the
pretty
Heat.
good in the regular season too. They were pretty good in the
Man.
regular season too. But
Well,
it's
they had to
interesting
go
see
through the
what they're doing
play-in
right now.
right?
Yeah, it's really interesting to see what they're doing.
So I don't know. I see.
I think it's the Nuggets year, though. I don't think anyone's going to stop Frankenstein. He's playing otherworldly.
Who? Oh, Jokic. Yeah, Jokic. I don't know, man. He doesn't look like he's getting it done, but he is getting it done. He doesn't move real fast or got a lot
He
of.
just does what he wants.
He just does what he wants, and nobody can stop him.
Yeah, it's amazing to watch, man.
He is.
He plays a beautiful game.
They're
And
putting
he's
him in the
funny.
same conversation with Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain, Olajuwon.
he has to
I
back
think
it up.
that's some elite,
He's a great,
legendary
he's a
names.
great leader.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of reminds me of one of those people that's unintentionally funny too. You know people like that, Ronbo.
You see,
They
and
just
they're
make
always
you laugh
doing.
for whatever reason.
They got all kind of guys like that in professional sport doing interviews, and they weren't even trying to be funny.
Yeah,
They said something that came off funny.
Yeah, like Jerome Simpson. Remember when the Niners had Jerome Simpson?
That's the guy. The name I was trying to think of. Just the other week, the guy that turned the back over flip into the end zone and got famous for that and came to our team for that 1 year. Simpson just used to wear it out in preseason for us. And then season came, he can't play anymore. And he was another guy with snide remarks.
That's intentionally funny. But I gotta love people that, have no intention of being funny, but just are.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. You're laughing, and they're sitting there wondering what's funny. What? What'd I say? You have no idea, do you? That's fine.
Very unassuming. The word is unassuming.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
But Ronbo, I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk.
unassuming,
man.
unassuming
It's been such a
comedy
long day,
comedians.
Ronbo.
Casey, because I'm not sure how much you pay close attention to the players involved in certain positions and who's going to lose a job or not. Big Show has came in to dispute. Phil came in and said, there's nobody's going to upseat a starter, Ronbo. And, those guys are going to be, some of the players from last year may have a shot, but the guys that just came in this year, they're going to play the part of newbie, and they're going to carry the food. They're going to go out and get things to drink, and they're going to sit around and shut up and learn.
When did Show say that? Did Show say that tonight?
No, that's what Phil's. He didn't say that in that fashion, but that's pretty much what he was saying.
It doesn't matter if Show said it tonight or not.
Show didn't come in to dispute it, though. Show, he loves rookies and he loves new guys because he feels like they come in with more hunger and more fire, and they're going to come in and take that complacent starter's job out and get some fresh blood in there, and let's go.
You see, Ronbo, The Rock has seen it all. It's no surprise. No surprise with this candy Oh man, Rumbo, I can't.
No, it's a good point.
Rumbo. I don't even.
We're gonna get some surprises,
It's a family
though, Casey.
show, Rumbo. It's a family.
That's
it's a
true.
family
That's true.
show.
We're gonna get some surprises though. There's gonna be guys we didn't know anything about in the draft, and they're gonna come in and they're just gonna tear up, and we're gonna say, "My God, he got picked at number whatever. How did they miss on him?" All right, good, we got him. We do this every year. There's always a couple of guys.
Hey, Rumbo, you know what made me laugh tonight was Big Show shout-outs.
To all the Tonys and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, he had so many shout-outs tonight. I was waiting for him to shout out his buddy Grant Cohn.
I don't know how Show feels about Grant. He's never said anything about him. Actually.
Well, I thought he had a residency at the Cohn's Kids Table.
Well, maybe. I don't know. He never talks about that. I gotta ask him that. Show, how do you feel about Grant?
Yeah, he's wild. You know, Show's
he's
always
probably listening. He'll
stuff,
tell you himself now.
He's a good guy, though. You know.
No, Grant's funny. I like Grant for what he does.
I feel like Show is a white offensive lineman.
Why would you say that?
I don't know. It just seems like he's an offensive, or like a tight end. Anyway,
that's not an offensive lineman.
Not here to talk about.
Casey, we gotta go. Hey, tell you what, though, I'll be looking for you tomorrow. And
yeah, I don't know if you can hear the choppers are out tonight, Ronbo. It's getting hot in downtown. Pop, pop. Shout out to Emilio. Shout out to
yeah, all you need is a siren pulling up right now. That'd be just perfect timing. Oh,
man, shout out to everybody. Shout out to me being a 49ers fan. Damn,
exactly.
Thank you, bro. You have a blessed night.
Appreciate you, fam. Have a great night. And Tommy Hudson says, tell Gene D to hold his 40. Hold this 40. You know, at least, you know what, fam, we can be grateful for? At least the Raiders got the message and left. You know? Once I was saying Raider Carlos, man, you know, if your team is not getting anything done, you don't have, there's no place you can fill out an application for a license to talk trash in a 49er. You guys aren't beating anybody. And you got swept last year. Rams got swept. The Hawks got swept, and 3 times. How do you talk? What are you talking about? What possible content could you bring to the table that's going to impress anybody in the Niner Empire? It makes no sense. Beat them up. Yo, Ellis.
Ron Bizzle.
Ellis.
What's happening?
You know, we got Phil set the tone, and Show came in with a counter. Everybody, all of it, the rest of us have been somewhere in between the two. Phil has said, forget about it. None of these people that have been drafted today will be seen in the regular season. That people from last year will have a bigger opportunity than those folks that we've seen in the draft just a couple of months ago. And then Big Show comes and says, I'll be damned if that's true. Everybody's job is available. It just depends on who's going after it. I love this kind of talk. You know, we go through this each and every year. But like I'm saying, Ellis, every year there's a rookie that comes in, and you wonder if he is the one. Where are you at on this, Ellis? Oh, by the way, wait. Big Show says, I don't take Grant seriously, if that answers Casey's question. I told you the info I'd like to get from is Mayoko King Silver. Serious guys, okay. Here you go, Casey. Show straighten that up. All right. Well, Ellis, we're done. You're on.
I mean, I know. I mean, Phil means well. Let's be honest. I don't have any qualms with Phil. Chill pill Phil.
Yep.
I don't agree with him. There's definitely going to be some of these guys that we drafted this year that will be in the fold, that will be in the rotation. Luter Jr. Being one for sure. Beal from Georgia.
Yeah.
He's going to be in the fold for sure. Definitely at least one, if not two, of the offensive linemen that we've acquired. Seeming like the undrafted guys for
Joey
sure.
Fisher?
Definitely a tight end. Yeah. Fisher, and then the guy Elam or Elm from
Oh,
Hawaii. I've been
yes.
hearing
A lot of
some
good
pretty good
things.
things about him.
I forgot about
Yeah,
him.
and so those guys, those guys will be, a couple of those guys will be on the practice squad, and will be hit. So we won't hear much about them. Hopefully, the gems, the keepers, will be under wraps and not really spoken about. Kind of like how we kept Jordan Mason secretly on the practice squad all season, and he's a baller.
Because you know they're
know,
looking at him in Seattle because they love them some running backs in Seattle. Jordan Mason fits their style, to a T. Lucky we still
I
got him.
mean, yeah, and they've done really good at the draft. I mean, Kenneth Walker, I seen him playing. I forgot against who it was, but I saw him and I said, "Oh, he's gonna tear it up" when he was playing for Michigan State. So I don't know if it's Georgia or Alabama or whatever team
He
it
down
was, but
south playing
when
football.
I saw him on TV, he was getting busy, and I said, "Damn, he's going to be something." So I wasn't surprised when they picked him up, and I'm not surprised at the success he's had since he's been there. But they've been doing well in the draft the past couple of years, so I don't really think they need. I mean, they wouldn't have no problem in getting Jordan if he was available, but we're not going to make him available.
No,
I don't think we're going to play those kind of games
because they go through running backs quick too. They hurt him right and left as well. So
yeah. But yeah, if it was a tale of taking sides this evening, from what it sounds like, at least from what you presented, yeah, I would be more on a show like this one, because it definitely sounds like, based on the guys that we picked in the draft, that there will be some spots that will be getting filled. There will be some guys that are not just going to be drafted and then we never hear from them again. Some of these guys are going to be utilized, and they're going to be some lucrative pieces. I'll say that'll come in for us.
It's always about somebody got hurt.
That's not what the hell is draft for.
No. But it's always
There's
about
at
that
least going to be
opportunity.
four of these guys, 4 or 5 of these guys to be on this team are going to be put to use at a minimum.
Yeah.
I'm being honest.
It's always
that's
that
not
moment
very much
opens up.
considering all of the drafts.
Yeah,
The draft picks we got and unsigned guys, 5, 6 guys. It's not even a lot, but we'll definitely have that many at a minimum, if not more.
And taking jobs. This is the thing. Because there's always that guy that comes in, like, Brock Purdy's an exception to the rule, but there's always that guy that comes in and shocks people. And you wonder why he wasn't playing in the first place. And he's a rookie. You don't play like no rookie. All right? So there's always that kind of guy. I remember Drake, Drake Greenlaw. I didn't know he could play that like that. And then I said, wow, what do we got here? First year. Taking Russell Wilson. You ain't getting it. No, y'all ain't getting in the end zone. You just lay down, bruh. We win this game. Just take your pain. Take the L. I've been loving him ever since. JD, you know what I'm talking about. You also the one. Thought you had a TD. Go to the wild card game, Gene D.
Yeah.
Go.
And it's crazy, we have I talk about it all the time, but we have a special core of staff-wise that are able to really bring the best out of these guys. Drake Greenlaw was already a good player, and for Arkansas, but he played in the secondary, and we turned him into an animal at linebacker.
Beef him up.
That's coach. That's Holland. Attribute his success to Holland and D'Amico, and and then the rest. He gone the position and learned, and he was a sponge, and he's able to really play at the top of his game. So we get those kind of players, man. We bring the best out of guys. You know what I mean? So we have that along with a lot of other things to be proud of and thankful for.
And look at Demo. What do you think? See, I'm a huge Demo fan, but I feel like it's me and his mama and maybe some of his brothers and sisters and cousins, aunts and uncles, and a few other people. But people are looking for Demo to get beat. I keep saying, come on, man, y'all. Listen to my boy Demo. Yeah. Demo's getting holding down. He might get beat out. I'm being realistic because there's some people coming in there looking for his job. But, is he going to get beat?
Well, as long He's definitely got to be. He's not getting beat like he was his rookie year.
No, I mean, is somebody going to come and take his job?
We need him to take it up another notch. Hopefully, he's not over here learning from Richard.
Yeah. Is somebody going to unseat him? Because Charles and I have a running bet going. Charles, man, he talked about Demo like Demo's just had a tail. He said, Demo, I don't like him at all. We got this dude and we got this dude. I believe they go come. I said, wait a minute. Man. I'm a Demo fan, man. Come on now. Demo's gonna be okay. I got him starting. So, but honestly, I was kidding. I don't know. Luter might be all that in a bag of chips. I think there's a couple other guys at camp that I can't remember right now, but he's gonna get challenged. Is he gonna make it? Ellis? Oh, Ellis! Oh no, Ellis! This may be the only second time I remember getting disconnected. Ellis. And Charles, I hope you watch it because I'm telling you right now, Demo will start. I don't like he's gonna stay. I love me some Demo for what he did against the Cowboys. That pick, it put his finger up. I was loving it. Yeah, there he is. Hey, Ellis, come on back, man.
Yeah, but no, just I don't want him to be trying to take after Sherman, but I see him still maintaining his position. Ambry's probably going to be off the team.
That's a disappointment
Because we can't keep that many corners, and Darrell Luter Jr. I think I'm hearing too many good things about him for him to not, be. I don't think he's going to even be. They shouldn't practice squad him either because he will get scooped. I would rather put Ambry on the practice squad and let somebody scoop him than Darrell Luter. So,
Ambry's going to come back this year, fam. Yeah, Ambry, I don't know. He had some mental issues last year. He can play better than that. I don't know what was wrong with him.
Yeah.
I'll see.
Yeah, he can, and he better because it's going to be the end of the road for him. I mean, not his NFL career, but at least being here, we don't have time to hold on to people.
No. He can't just keep going on and on. So he's got Luter to deal with. He's got Womack. There's got to be a couple of more guys. He's got to get up off the dime. Come on now. You played better than that 2 years ago. What's wrong with
you? Yeah. And I'm concerned about the linebacking depth that we got. I really like Flanagan. I really like McCreary. These new guys we got, Jalen Graham.
Ball. That's who we're trying to think of. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He's a baller. He's going to come out. I think he's going to be really good for us. He's doing well on special teams and stuff like that, but he's really good. He played well in the preseason for us last year. I'm seeing him taking another step up, and he can probably be in that rotation. I liked having that depth. Us having, if we could keep McCreary and keep all four of our linebackers because we need them. Once one goes out, we can come in. We need fresh legs. We can't depend on just having Dre Greenlaw and Fred all the damn time.
Mm-hmm.
If we can get McCreary in there, if we can get Flan in there, and continue to coach those guys up and them get better, we benefit from that. And then
Definitely.
with the other two acquisitions that we have, the guy from TCU and then, like I said, Jalen Graham from I believe Purdue, if I'm not mistaken. I'm hearing, some good things about those guys too.
About him, Jalen's shown some stuff. He's built like Fred too. He's got good coverage skills because he's fast. Yeah.
Well, they said he's like he's kind of like a Greenlaw, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, he's the guy that's like Greenlaw. So which one is like Fred? Is that Winters? Maybe it's Winters. Yeah, one of them is kind of long, rangy.
Winters is bigger.
Yeah, that's Fred.
Winters is bigger.
That's the Fred clone.
But he seemed like he was a little bit out of shape coming in, which happens. It's the NFL level. I think he'll step it up.
But in your rookie year, it's tough to train and get ready for the draft, though, because combine and everything.
That routine, that regimen, and those things that you have accessible to you at the NFL level is totally different than in college. And you're getting paid to do this, so it's required that you take this extremely seriously. So they're going to learn really quickly, like our young what's our boy from USC that we got last year who
Drake
burnt out.
Drake got to turn it into a Hulk. Yeah, Drake Jackson.
Yeah, he's going to come out crazy this year. I'm looking forward to it.
Big expectations for him too.
So Anyway,
Because he's got all the athleticism in the world. All he's got to do is not get tired on us. Come on, hey, Drake. I know we know you just came from down just a few miles away down the highway, but come on, man, you can do better than this. They can't really train like they want to during the season though, so he's ready now though. So he'll be all right.
Yeah. He ain't playing around. Hopefully we can see some more of that at Javon Kinlaw. I know a lot of us kind of tapped out on him. I myself personally was one of them. So I'm looking forward to seeing, Javon really rise to the occasion. Sometimes, Ronbo, what we forget is with these injuries that severe when it's dealing with the knees and stuff like that, especially, it takes guys damn near 2 years to really get back. It's only few guys that can come back after 1 year and really come in and be going
Nick
crazy.
Bosa's the only guy who can do that. And people forget that. Nick is not human.
Yeah.
Fam, we got to go, though. I tell you what, I'm going to look for you tomorrow. I can't wait for tomorrow to see what the results will be. I can't wait to see what's said. Because the first thing you're going to do, well, the competition between Trey Lance and Sam Darnold, sorry to report that blah, blah, blah. And what is it going to be? That's going to be fun part. Oh,
yeah, man. Yeah, let's get ready. Rambo, I'm glad we had the show today, man. It's my birthday today, man. So if you could do the honors, man, and send me out a style.
Let's got to have this. Hey, Trey, I can remember my boy Trey with the rhymes. I remember I skipped out on his birthday, but he was talking, and I forgot about it before the conversation was over. But Ellis, I ain't forgetting about you because you started right now. Happy Niners birthday to my man Ellis. Happy Niners birthday to the leader of the squad. Happy Niners. Ellis.
Oh, yeah.
Man, Ellis, I'm telling you, man, you mean a lot to me, man. I tell you what, happy birthday,
Thank
Ellis.
you, family.
Give my best to the squad.
I appreciate it greatly, man.
My pleasure.
I really do appreciate you. Thank you as always, fam.
Thanks, Ellis. I'll see you tomorrow.
Shout out to the faithful, man.
All right.
Go ahead. What'd you say?
I'll see you tomorrow, and shout out to the squad, too.
Yeah, he just won today. They had their second to last softball game. They won today. Right. Johnny did. So
yes.
I got to see her. I was hoping she got a hit today on my B-Day, but she didn't get one, but she still did well.
She'll make it up for you in the next game.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Thank you, fam. Make sure y'all hit the like, subscribe. You know where you at. Wipe your feet. Shout out to the faithful. And,
Thanks,
man, you already know what it is.
Not you, Gene D. You can just leave. Okay. Ellis, have a good night, fam.
Right. Thank you, fam.
Hey, Steven.
What's up, Ronbo?
Steven, man, we're looking at, remember, the two polls tonight. Papa Dragon, Phil, they should forget about it. The only person that's starting on this group is Jake Moody. And then the opposite side of the poll, you have in the red corner, here's the Big Show says, excuse me, what people understand is a young, hungry athlete with all kinds of skills has every ability to take a starting job. Don't even try to sell me on anything else. And you know what, though? One thing, Stephen, we can all agree on is there's a couple of guys, and sometimes maybe more, that come in every year because the scouts are just on it, that we say, damn, who is this? I love the moments when I can do that. Stephen, do you see any potential for a rookie to come in and we've already mentioned Jair Brown, Robert Beals over there coming off the edge. We're going to see. What are you thinking?
Honestly, do I think there's potential to see or have a breakout rookie star like that? Jake Moody would be one. I'm not going to lie.
No competition for Jake, though. Maybe Zane pushes him. I don't know what they're going to do with Zane. Or if Zane's going to be allowed to compete, or have they made up their mind already? Probably have. He was pictured number in the third round. But go ahead.
Maybe Latu, the tight end Latu. I have a good feeling about him. I've been saying that dude's a freak of nature since the moment we drafted him. That's I was really happy they even got a chance to pick him up. I was surprised he went that late in the draft, to be honest.
Somebody in the chat said he compared him to Tony Gonzalez. I said, what? Whoa.
Yeah.
Really?
That's the crazy part. He was way overlooked in the draft. People wanted, what was it, Stetson Bennett, who also went super late in the draft and unfortunately went to the Lambs. But
hey, tell me about Stetson just a second. Don't spend too much time on it. But Rudy's like making me crazy over in Twitter, trying to get me to pay attention to his rant on this guy Stetson Bennett. Is he good?
He's pretty damn good. He was basically the main reason why Alabama was on the map. Not Alabama, Georgia. Georgia was on the map.
Oh, he's the guy over in Georgia. Okay.
Yeah, he was the oldest college football prospect to get drafted.
How old is he?
I mean, I think he's like 25 or 27.
I guess he's
not even that old. I mean, whatever.
Well, that's pretty old for college. You should be coming out at 22 or 3 as a maximum. I mean, okay. Maybe he's struggling academically. But go ahead.
What was it? I'm enjoying today, Ronbo, because Lakers got swept.
Yeah. Bad.
Go Nuggets. My birthday wish came true. That's a plus for me.
Was that one of your birthday wishes? Okay.
Yes, sir. So I mean, I woke up today because I turned 28 today. So.
Oh, another birthday. Pause. Happy Niners birthday to Stephen, the daddy of Rome. Happy Niners birthday to Stevie for the last 5 years at least. Happy Niners! Steven. Happy birthday, man. Glad I got you on I'm glad we got hold of you on the birthday.
It's dope. I mean, I got to see the Lakers get swept by the Nuggets, which I'm really happy for because I'm a Kings fan.
Yeah.
So now I got beef with the Warriors and I got beef with the Lakers. The Lakers beef goes way back though.
I know. Well, yeah. That year the Kings swear the Lakers got favoritism from the refs. I remember that year. Was that 2020?
Yeah,
2010, 11, 12, 13,
2002.
14? Yeah, it was that far back. Yes.
It's about 21 years ago.
Yeah, the Lakers had just gotten that Kobe and Shaq combo to dominate. I know it is that long ago. Isn't that crazy?
That was when Steelers were a thing. That was when Allen Iverson was just a dominant force. Those are simple times.
And everybody loved Iverson because he was that little guy like everybody else that was out there owning the NBA.
Yep.
Iverson was frightening.
He was doing what Bugsy Moe couldn't do.
I know, right? God, Iverson, still legendary.
Oh, yeah. But what was it? Let's jump back to the 49ers real quick. I don't see very many, rookies kind of breaking out other than maybe some of our sophomore year rookies, like Drake Jackson or like who else?
Womack was in that
I
group.
don't want to say Demo because he's our third year. It's like a third-year rookie, a third-year veteran now.
Yeah, Demo, this is his third year. Yeah. But Demo started already. You're talking about Diamador Lenore, right?
Yeah, Demo. Demo.
Yeah, he's already established now. So somebody's got to actually take his job. Because from the way it sounds out, it's Charvarius and Demo starting. And Isaiah Oliver is going to have to compete, but most likely he's going to start because Wilkes loves him as he talks about him all the time. So your three starting corners are those three.
Well, then you also got to think about Ambry Thomas, his position. Who's going to come in for him?
I'm so tired. Stephen, Ambry Thomas has disappointed me in such a way I can't even describe it. Ambry should have been better last year. I don't know what the hell happened to him. He was my child of great expectation coming into year two. Damn it, Ambry.
Well, he should have been better, Ronbo. It's just it was a night and day comparison. One day he was really hot, the next day he was really cold.
Yeah.
It was just Sorry, baby's going crazy.
Yeah, no, I guess when we start talking about Ambry Thomas, it even made Rome mad. You know,
He does not have
he's
it.
so
All he
much
wants to do
better
is
than
play
that
right
what we seen last year. What's wrong with him?
Yeah. And the crazy part is, he was the reason why we shut out the Rams before the NFC Championship.
Yes,
If you remember correctly,
I remember very
he
well.
intercepted
OBJ
Matt
was
Stafford twice.
yes. So that's why Rudy's always, well, you guys are really good, but you never really beat us in games that count. Or Rudy, boy, I tell you what, your memory is selective, ain't it? Anyway, go ahead. Don't get me started on Rudy.
That it is. But you know who I hope doesn't flop though, Ronbo? I really hope not. Is my boy Hufanga, because he came in last year with like a rocket, like with just pure explosion, just going off the deep end, nonstop, just knowing where to be. But then, like later towards the season, you kind of saw him kind of get figured out, a little complacent, and his role as a free safety / defensive back. So it was just like I really hope he steps it up too.
He does. Remember what was Hufanga? Remember those concussions? Did he have one last year? Hufanga. You remember how he was a guided missile on them tackles, some pretty tackles. He had to learn reroute his technique and stop using his head, and that sort of changed the Hufanga. What we noticed, he's still tackling, but not with the same explosion. He's sort of like working on his technique. I'm thinking he's got it down by now. He should be back to what he would look like at the beginning of last season, come this year.
I hope so, because the only reason why he even got a concussion, I think, was because Fred Warner was flying the opposite direction where he was going, and his knee almost took him out.
I know. These
If I
guys are
remember
flying
correctly,
fast
that's what happened. But what was it? No, there is another explosive star that I really hope to see more of is Danny Gray. I feel like his potential as a wide receiver is endless.
I wish he'd bring
Same thing with Jordan Mason.
Jordan just needs to be allowed to play. Kyle doesn't let him play. But Danny, I'm not sure what's going on there. I wish he would. He runs fast. All right, let's see it.
But you know what else too, Ronbo, is like I said, I don't. This rookie class, I could see Jake Moody obviously starting. There's no doubt in my mind that's going to happen. But in terms of defense, I don't really know, because that front four is solid. The
wait. Who's your front four though? There's three we know of for sure. Who's that? Who's the other guy at the defensive end?
Well, Hargrave would be one. So it would be Nick Bosa, Armstead, Hargrave, and then.
No, actually, Hargrave is slated to play. He's going to be sitting right next to Nick. So when a quarterback looks up to his left, he's going to think about whether he wants to take that snap or not. And then it's going to be Armstead and a candidate to be TBD, or to be named later, TNL. Because the thing is, Drake Jackson is supposed to be Willis's favorite guy right now. So, but I got Robert Beals coming off that side too. We'll see.
That's who I was thinking of, Robert Beal. Yeah, you know what? I think him and Drake Jackson, I think are going to be the two standouts that we're going to get. Mm-hmm. Granted, it'll be Drake Jackson's second year, but it'll be the first year I think that we'll see a lot of Drake implemented in Steve Wilkes' defensive play. Mm-hmm. And then if Beal shows up, which I have a good feeling he might do, it's just bad news. That front offensive line for whatever team that's starting or snapping is going to have a fucking problem, because you got Drake Jackson, who is an athletic front four,
and he's getting
then you
bigger.
have Hargrave and Nick Bosa
all the time.
Yeah,
and he's working on him. Drake's gotten bigger and stronger. He's going to last the whole season. He's not going to get tired in week 7 or 8. So, because he got 3 sacks before he got tired. Drake, eat your Cheerios. Come on, man. Let's go, Drake. So he's going to be ready this year. So we're going to find out.
Boys got to get them smelling salts going every snap.
We're going to see. He's ready. He's got his mind made up. He's been in camp all season long. He's serious. the lady at home was wondering, where's my husband? He's working out. He'll be okay. Just stand by.
He's just doing his thing. He's eating his chicken. He's eating his rice. He's eating his beef. Eating his ground turkey, and he's working out.
David, I'm gonna let you go, man. Get back to Rome. See what you guys doing, because I know he's about to bring something off a shelf. And I tell you what, I'll see you tomorrow, because camp starts tomorrow. We're gonna find out what's gonna happen in camp.
I'm excited. I'm excited, but I'm also
wait.
worried. But hey, who knows?
There you go. David, have a great night, fam. Looking forward to hearing from you tomorrow.
You too, Ronbo. I'll see you then.
Thanks, fam. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Tony, get in here, Tony.
Ronbo, good evening. How you doing?
Tony, I'm doing great, man. I reading the news today, the NFL says we're going to allow third quarterbacks without impacting your roster any. So you can have that 54th guy be that quarterback. And it makes sense, too, because the quarterback's not going to be going in there taking snaps unless he has to. So why does he need to count against the roster count? And Thursday night games. Tony, can you imagine a Thursday night game being flexed? Do you understand why they would even do that? I don't understand.
Yeah, because of the injuries that's been happening due to those Thursday night games.
So move it to a Friday night, or how are they going to do this? They said it's going to be.
So.
Well, that'd be fun. Well, because they said what they're going to do is there's going to be some more explanation on the app. And guys, you already started, right? Why couldn't you just finish telling us here? So, and I got the app, but I'll see. I didn't see anything on it. So.
And Ronbo, congratulations to your organization for winning the bid for Super Bowl 60.
Yes. And you know what's so funny about that?
After you had it for Super Bowl 50, yeah. So
it is 50 and 60.
You guys put on a great show in 2015. I'm sure you'll do it in 2025 also.
Mm-hmm. You know, Tony, it's funny that you mentioned that, because about a number of hours, not a lot, less than 24, Rudy was in there going on and on about the ghetto of Levi Stadium, right? He's just going on and on. That's one thing about it. Every time you guys came in there, you got an ass whooping, So we're going back and forth, And then all of a sudden, the NFL announces that the 49ers are going to possibly host the Super Bowl in 2060. And then Rudy still came in with the more of his stupid remarks. But Rudy, you got shown, didn't you?
I'm surprised that didn't shut him up.
Nothing shuts him up. He still talk about they're the greatest team in the NFC West since Eddie D left. They have accumulated 2 Super Bowls since then, as the 49ers have not yet made that happen, right? So it's the only 2 Super Bowls you got, period. And 28 years it was 28 years, Tony. You guys, while the 49ers were taking time off like you would have us believe, why haven't you cashed in?
And to be honest, Ronbo, the Rams were great as far as organization-wise.
Yeah.
90s, Georgia Farnieri wasn't a great owner. God rest her soul.
Right?
I'm not trying to speak.
No, you're right.
She was not a good owner. Her husband, Carol Rosenblum, wasn't a good owner. But the Rams in the 70s, that's when they ran a good organization, because they won a lot of West titles then. They just couldn't get. They didn't get the Super Bowl until '79.
The Super Bowl era. Yeah, the Super Bowl era had. What was the first year of the Super Bowl?
66, the year after Jim Brown retired.
Okay,
66.
so during the Super Bowl era, yeah, they couldn't, like you're saying, they didn't. That's why I don't understand, Rudy. You can't belittle trophies because of the time they were achieved. So that's his go-to card.
The Rams had some great teams. Yep.
Yeah, I know. No doubt about it. And they broke a lot of boundaries and innovated some changes that the NFL needed. That's fine. Nobody's going to take that away from them. But stop talking about, since the Super Bowl era started, how dominating they've been. It's not true.
Yep. And they could. And I remember as a little kid in the 70s, they had some good teams, but the Vikings and the Cowboys just kept kicking their ass. The Cowboys would either go or the Vikings. And then one year, the Redskins beat them in the
Yep.
playoffs. And the year the Redskins played the Dolphins
Hey,
in that perfect season.
what's that running back's name of the Redskins back then? Boy.
Larry Brown. Larry Brown.
No. Oh yeah. Wait a minute. What's his name? His name started with an R.
Oh, you talking about Riggins? You talking
Riggins.
about Riggins?
Oh man.
I hated him. I hated him.
Riggins was
I
just
hated
the
him because he was
beast.
so good, Ronbo. He was a monster. You got a gang tackle. That dude bring him down.
Riggins is everything. Hey, was Riggins a fullback or a running back?
Yeah. Fullback, but they only ran a one-back system. Matter of fact, the Redskins, when Lawrence Taylor came into the league, he's responsible. Even though you were running like in certain packages, if you go back and look at the film, Lawrence Taylor is responsible for the two tight end, two wide receiver, one back offense.
Because of
you
his
had to put a second tight end in
lethal
to block him.
defense, exactly.
Yeah.
That's
And
why.
that's what the Redskins
And you
ran.
and I already corrected when Rams fans talk about, Aaron Donald's the greatest defensive tackle of all time. I said, damn, and nothing could
Really?
be more wrong.
Nope.
So you know,
And you know something else, Ronbo? I'm a historian. Aaron Donald, no disrespect to Aaron Donald, he's not the greatest defensive tackle in Rams history. That title belongs to the great Merlin Olsen.
the fearsome
Merlin Olsen
foursome.
played 16 years, Ronbo. He made 15 Pro Bowls in 16 years. First ballot Hall of Famer.
See, so you know, I don't want to hear about and Merlin Olsen would stop the run. Aaron Donald's not crazy about stopping the run.
Yes. And another thing, here's another piece of Rams history that if I ever talked to Rudy, he probably wasn't even born then. But in 1969, the year that the Chiefs won it, do you know that the Rams, it was a 14-game season, and the Rams started the season 11-0, Ronbo?
Yep.
They lost their last 3 games of the season and then lost in the playoffs.
And you know what the fool has the nerve to do? He's coming in and pointing out the flaws. Well, the 49ers, what they just can't do is get out of their own way. If it's not Kowalski dropping the ball or an injury or blah, 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 it's this and that. I said, this dude, man, I'm about to block his ass. Well, because Rudy, you're talking insanity here, man. Like, what are you guys, flawless? Since when? What?
I think Rudy's jealous of the 49ers history.
Thank you. That's the
That's what I
gospel
think.
truth.
Yep.
Gene D's right up there with him.
So, Ronbo, quick question, if we talk of history, how come the 49ers offensive linemen back in the 80s don't get more love? The Randy Crosses, the Keith Farnhorst, the Bubba Parises, man. Some of them, a couple
Big
of them
Bubba.
guys are Hall of Fame. Bubba wasn't a Hall of Famer, but
But
a couple of those guys were, Ronbo.
Yeah. Farnhorst. You know, the thing is, the standards for the Hall of Fame, do you notice that they kind of shift back and forth? There's some guys in the Hall of Fame within the last 10, 15 years. I don't know if, when they vote on that, I'm not sure what criterion it is all the time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
you know,
Don
and they still
Coryell,
won't.
the late Don Coryell's getting in there this year. The head coach for the old San Diego Chargers, Ronbo, he should have been in 30 years ago.
You know, and Roger Craig, Tony,
Yes.
Roger made a mistake in one game, but you know what? One important game. But the thing is, Roger was the first 1,000 guy. That in
He was the first
itself,
to do it.
yeah, that
Yep.
warrants, crossing Sapola.
Roger
That's
Craig
it.
kind of changed the game too, Ronbo. Roger Craig, well, he came in as a fullback. They had him and Wendell Tyler, but then when he went to halfback, Roger Craig was kind of the first running back to get 1,000 yards and catch 50, 60 passes a year. Not 30, 40 passes, 50, 60, and get 1,000 consistently.
Mm-hmm.
So he changed the game.
So,
You got to put him in.
and they will not bring him in. They put him in another category. They won't discount him completely. But
He was a finalist like about 8 years ago. I thought he was going to finally get in, and then he didn't make after the finalists. He didn't make that last cut.
it's so wrong.
It's
Well, he's got a
very
lot
wrong.
of people campaigning for him, but he's not going to get in. It's to the point
I've
now.
been
they're gonna-
campaigning for him. I sent letters to the Hall of Fame.
Did you?
We had
On
You the
behalf of the
vote, I
entire
voted.
Niner Empire, we thank you. Because, I mean, Raj, my God, people, what are you voting
He
on?
was the first. He was the first. I know y'all love Marshall Falk. He did it. And I think it was him, Marshall Falk, and Christian McCaffrey. But Roger was the first.
Yeah.
Enough said. He was the first. And he's waited. It's not like he's a first ballot. He's waited his time. His
An
time is due.
eternity.
He deserves to be in there. Yes.
That's fine, because there's a special place in hell for those voters or those writers who voted no. You know, because that is just wrong.
Yeah, because I know you don't like the Raiders, Ronbo, but they did Kenny Stabler wrong. The one guy who's deceased now, Kenny Stabler, will never get in the Hall as long as I'm alive. And then the year after Kenny Stabler died, they put him in.
You know,
the year after the man died. Cliff Branch just got in last year.
Really? I didn't even know it.
15 years ago.
I don't have a problem with the snake. You know, back then I didn't have the kind of hatred for the Raiders that I do now. And you know something? Back in those days, there was no social media. There was no chance to talk to opposing fans. I don't like the Raiders now because their fans are outrageous. Hawks and Raider fans. Rams fans are now taking over. Cowboys fans, all of them need to be taken out and whipped to death. But you know what?
And the Aints fans are right there with them. The Aints fans are obnoxious.
God. So, you know, it's about the fans. I thought Stabler was impressive. I thought the fact that when they were in clutch situations, the game was on the line, 2-minute drill. Here he comes, Kenny Stabler.
And he didn't have the strongest arm, but he won the Super Bowl, and he was league MVP 2 years before he won the Super Bowl. Enough said.
And man, he was tough. Stabler took some vicious shots. The ghost to the post. Man, I was impressed with him. I love the Niners, but I was impressed with what the Raiders were capable of doing. And when they played the Steelers, I actually supported the Raiders. I really did. I hated the Steelers because they just seemed like the team was stacked. If you could beat the omnipotent Steelers, you were like a bad boy team. And they come in and they hand the Raiders their butt every year. But man, remember the wide receiver team they had? What are those two guys?
Ronbo, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like the Steelers either, but I did like Franco Harris as far as an individual, and I love John Stallworth. I didn't care for Lynn Swan. I like the John Stallworth though.
Stallworth is what I'm talking about. Who was the wide receiver next to him?
Lynn Swan.
Swan and Stallworth. My God, that's why. Is it unfair that Terry does not get even considered as one of the greatest? Bradshaw did I understand he had a great running game and everything, and you got Stallworth and Swan. Bradshaw doesn't get looked at that way. He's won 4 times.
I don't understand why. I don't know. He called his own plays too. I don't understand why. He had a cannon for an arm too.
Didn't he?
I understand he had a tough beginning, but most quarterbacks that come into the league have a tough beginning. You got to learn the NFL game.
Brett Favre.
But once he
Terrible
got loaded, look at those Super Bowls against the Cowboys. The 2 against the Cowboys, the one against the Rams.
It's funny.
When Lynn Swan got hurt, and then they went deep to Stallworth twice.
Bam! You know what's so funny? I didn't appreciate the Steelers, but when they played the Cowboys, I was all over their jock. Boy. I said, yeah, all Steelers versus Cowboys. Beat the Cowboy ass. Come on, I loved it, you know. But you know what's really scary? Every time Tony Dorsett got the ball, man, I said, uh-oh. I'm just a little guy watching this. Dorsett. My God, he's quick.
He's very underrated.
Did he make it to the Hall of Fame?
I'll never forget that NFC Championship game that y'all lost in '83.
Against
y'all got cheated against the Redskins.
Oh yeah.
When the 49ers was down 21-0, and then here comes Joe. Bomb. Matter of fact, Freddie Solomon beat rookie Darrell Green deep, and Darrell Green was the fastest man in the NFL.
Oh, Darrell Green, man. Yeah.
I like Darrell Green. I do. I like Darrell Green better than Deion Sanders.
Darrell Green was a bad boy, and that's saying something right there. Because Deion dared you to throw his way. So that's why those epic battles between Dion and Jerry.
Rambo,
Both of
I like corners that tackle, Ronbo. I don't have no disrespect for Dion, but I like corners that tackle.
physical.
That
Dion was
play.
not physical. Yeah, but you better not throw
That's
over
why
there.
he ain't on my list.
Yeah.
That's why he's not on my list.
You know,
But Ronbo, you guys, real quick, you guys were talking about your tight end. Were you talking about the tight end from Oklahoma you drafted in the 7th round?
Braden Willis. No, yeah, Braden Willis versus Latu, and yeah.
Yeah, Latu out of Alabama.
You know,
Y'all gonna have some surprises.
I know
They
you
can
know.
learn from George Kittle.
You see, that's why people are thinking Warner his time might be up in San Francisco, because Latu and Willis are making that team, and it's between Warner and Dwelly.
Look at the programs. They know offense and they know how to block.
And these guys their pedigree from where they came from, good programs. They're probably a leg up on some of the guys we usually get, not named George Kittle. So, you know, we're going to find out, boy. I tell you, it's going to be camp. It's going to be rip roaring this year.
Tell Ellis, because I heard you talking to Ellis earlier. He was concerned about Kinlaw. Tell Ellis, as long as Kinlaw is healthy, he's going to learn from Javon. Hargraves is going to make Kinlaw a better player. I've been telling you this all off season. Watch Kinlaw this year.
You know, I bet you're right.
And the fact that he's not starting is going to make him better. He's in a rotation. I think that's going to be better. Third,
it takes the pressure off him
better
mentally.
help y'all at home.
Yeah, actually. Well, Tony, we're having too much fun. What's going on in Atlanta? Real quick.
I'm just excited. Our OTA starts tomorrow. I'm excited. I want to look at our Ronbo. All I can keep talking about is our defense. I haven't mentioned the offense or Bijan Robinson or Pitts. I want to see that revamped defense, man, with Calais and Grady and Onyemata and Lorenzo Carter and Bud Dupree. And I can go on and on.
Damn, I forgot you guys had Bud Dupree. You know, as soon as Calais goes, Campbell goes where he knows there's going to be some action. So, you know.
And we drafted that defensive end from Ohio State, Zach Harrison, in the 3rd round. Pick 75, he's 6'6". Campbell 6'8". Perfect guy for him to learn from. Perfect. He's going to be behind him.
That's probably why they picked him up. Because they knew Calais. Come on, let's get this big kid and let him learn how to bend and use his pad level. Tell me. I'll be back tomorrow. Like you, we'll watch if OTA's getting underway. So, you know.
Yes, sir. And watch out. Let's see what's happening with Marlon Davidson, because I'm really rooting for him. He's just disappointed me in Atlanta. But if y'all can get him to play like he did at Auburn, Ronbo, another guy in y'all's rotation to go with Drake Jackson and both. Oh my goodness, Murderer's Row.
I got a feeling that is why Chris Kasurk is probably behind that move. We're gonna find out.
He's going to be more hungry because he failed in Atlanta. He's going to be more hungry. He should be in excellent shape, bro.
And motivated.
He had that surgery in August, and then he came back in September, and he should be 100% healthy and ready to go.
You know, it's like Arden Key had something to prove after he left Raiderville. Cleveland Farrell, same thing. I can't wait to see what these guys look like in camp. You know, are they ready to go? Are you going to be intimidated by the competition? Are you going to display some of the skills that everybody saw you put up when you were back at school? You know, I can't wait to see this. So we'll find out.
Yes, sir.
All right, Tony.
But I'll see you tomorrow, sir.
All right. Looking forward to it. Tony.
All right,
have a
take
great
care.
night. You too. Guys. Feeling that football time. Fam, I see them all because the OTA is getting started. So, yeah, we're going to get started. And thanks for that contribution tonight. Is it Tommy Huxley? Thank you, Tommy. Fam, please don't forget to subscribe before you leave. We do this all the time. And I'll see you tomorrow. Niners for the win.